Water.
Earth.
Fire.
Air.
The false Avatar Yun and his destructive campaign of revenge is at an end, brought down by the true Avatar Kyoshi. But the delay in locating and training her, as well as the disastrous actions of Earth Sage Jianzhu, have left the Earth Kingdom weak and vulnerable. Bandit groups known as Dao Fei vie for power and territory, and even the citizens behind the walls of Ba Sing Se are not safe. Remnants of the Fifth Nation, a southern water tribe pirate group, and the Yellownecks, a particularly brutal outlaw organisation, still linger in the shadows, waiting for the opportunity to strike. With the Earth Kingdom in disarray and Kyoshi needing competent allies to help restore balance, who will answer the call?
G'day, I'm Brandon. I'm playing Keeko Moo, Waterbender from the Southern Water Tribe, and I'm just looking for a good time.
Hello, my name's Andrew. I'm playing Jedd, the disgraced Airbender.
Hello, my name is Archie. I play Ted, the Airbender. I'm traveling with my brother Jedd to assist Kyoshi in her fight.
Hi, I'm Bree, and I'm playing Lilly Hannah from the Earth Kingdom, and she is a small child who gets in trouble.
Hi, I'm Dragon. I'm playing the character Tilla, who is a Sandbender from the Earth Nation.
And I'm Owen, the Dungeon Master of our Avatar Legends campaign, The Legacy of Kyoshi, which starts right now. Hello there, lovely listener. This is just a warning to let you know that this episode of The Legacy of Kyoshi may contain adult language or adult themes. Viewer discretion is advised. Hello, everybody. Hello and welcome back to the Lost Archives. It is wonderful to see all of your gorgeous faces once again. We are here. We are playing Avatar Legends: The Legacy of Kyoshi, the premier Avatar Legends campaign that you can find right here on twitch.tv/The Lost Archives or on YouTube, Lost Archives D&D. We would love to jump straight back into the session. We ended on a very mild cliffhanger last week, but a cliffhanger nonetheless. We do have some announcements before we start, though. Quick announcements. Dragon's not here, which means I'm playing Tilla, which means just be boring and rain on your fun. Done. Easy. Thank you, everybody who came and joined us for Baldur's Gate 3 stream today. We had an absolute blast. It was excellent. Was that too savage? Was that too far?
That was so mean.
It's pretty mean. Was it as mean as the Wheelsbarrow? I don't know. I want to know where it is in the hierarchy. Lower.
Wheelsbarrow is still better.
Still meanest, yeah.
S tier.
Thank you, everybody who joined us for Baldur's Gate 3. It was very, very fun. Foxtrot Tricky and I had a blast. We were also joined by Wonderstruck Gaming towards the end for the end of Act 1 as we then headed over towards the Rosamond Monastery. It was absolutely fun. It was absolute fucking chaos, though. We died to the Zentarum like 3 times because somebody couldn't keep their fucking hands to themselves. So if you want to catch that, you'll be able to watch those episodes up on YouTube. They'll be coming up on YouTube. Our special Bard-only playthrough of Baldur's Gate 3. You'll be seeing those episodes come out in between our D&D and Avatar sessions, or you can catch us live, twitch.tv/The Lost Archives at about 9 a.m.-ish Australian Eastern Standard Time, roughly Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays for at least the next week. And then I'm back at work full time, and I'll have to keep you posted on what the stream schedule looks like during the day. So that is the only exciting news I have to share. Any other fun news before we do the recap? No.
Is it stealing if you steal for the Zentrum? Because they've probably already
It's a good
stolen
question.
stuff anyway, so it's not really stealing.
No, it is still stealing. It's just you're stealing from thieves. It is still stealing, though, because stealing is the act of taking something that does not belong to you. So therefore, definitionally, you're still good to go.
I think it's fine. It balances out a little bit in my mind. We're good.
Fair enough. Oh, there you go.
I feel like this is a really roundabout way of trying to say that we're not criminals for taking the box.
Yeah.
Is that what this is?
We took it from a criminal.
Is he a criminal, though? Do you know that for a fact? Do you know he stole it? You know that it was actually given to him.
It.
You know it wasn't stolen.
We don't know that he stole that, but we know he stole all those furs.
Man, I don't think they gave it to him after he died an hour ago.
Did he steal them, or did
Take these
he
furs.
buy them?
If he paid
From
that
someone
much
who
for them,
stole
I'd be
them.
worried.
Semantics.
Wonder how much he paid.
So,
2 gold.
2 gold, yeah. And then it had like a 10 gold markup. I'll charge 10 times this and then chuck in a bit more for fun. Well, let's do our recap and let's jump into the session. Awesome. Has Andrew just left the camera on with like dirty clothes on his bed?
No, that's his undies.
Oh, there he is.
Undies.
He's got.
There he
Oh,
is.
he's got some good.
Oh, he's got food.
Snackies.
Does he have omi rice as well?
He can't hear us
go.
either, so he just thinks we're talking about other
Right.
stuff. So what we're gonna do is, as soon as the headphones go back on,
Yeah.
we're just gonna. Oh shit, his camera's frozen, so I don't know.
I
where
know
he's
it's
up to.
because broke. I will
Oh,
never
shit.
know.
What do you
He
got?
unplugged the cord.
What do you got?
Oh, God. Did he use? Maybe he used the knife.
I
because he
knocked the
pulled-
cord with it.
Yeah, that'll do it. The only thing I was going to say is I hope everyone had a really lovely Easter break. I'm sorry we didn't have Curse of Strahd on Monday. There were some changes to the Easter event for my family last minute, which was a bit annoying, but it was really lovely having some time off with the fam and catching up with them. My parents just got back from South America. They did a little trip around South America, so I am now back down to one dog. I've had to give their dog back to them. Sad. But it was a really lovely Easter. I got fuckloads of chocolate. There's a place in Melbourne, I think Brandon and I have spoken about it before, called Hague's, which make very fine chocolate. Very, very good chocolate. Yeah. For podcast listeners, Brandon is currently going through what I could only describe as a probably like a multi-level foodgasm. Looks like
Yeah. It's a full Homer Simpson, like.
yeah. Oh, it's pretty good. It's pretty good chocolate. If you do find yourselves in Australia and in Melbourne, do get to Hague's and try some of the chocolate. It is excellent. It's very, very good. Yeah, I've been noshing down on that pretty much non-stop, and I probably do now have diabetes. But you know what? It's fucking worth it for Hague's, and I do it again.
Damn straight.
And when they release their new like insulin-filled little insulin-filled pastilles, I'll know that I'm set.
Yeah, this
Oh,
one's
yeah.
got Ozempic in it. It just popped in.
You're laughing, but I reckon there is a future where you can buy like chocolate covered Ozempic. That probably is where we're headed. It does feel like that's the darkest timeline progression, and we're clearly on it. So like probably like 5
GLP-1
years.
gummies in the morning. Oh no, I ate 5 of them, and now I've got no diabetes. I'm cured. Oh no.
That's not how that works. Don't do that. All right, let's do our recap. Let's jump into the session before you get more health advice from fucking RFK Jr. over here. It's been 3 years since the false avatar Yun has been struck down, and the world now knows the name of the true avatar, Kyoshi. With the Earth Kingdom weak and vulnerable, Kyoshi and her partner Rangi have moved out to the Akoya Peninsula, sending out a message to each of the 4 nations. Come and help the avatar build a better future. Answering the call are brothers Ted and Jedd of the Air Nation, Keeko of the Southern Water Tribe, Lilly of Ba Sing Se, and Tilla of the Seawog Oasis. Having joined forces with some pirate hunters and Avatar Kyoshi, the group have brought the bounties from the pirates back to the Southern Water Tribe, along with the disgraced son of the Chief of Wolf Cove. However, things quickly went south, the Chief fully aware of his son's activities with the Fifth Nation and turning on the group. With the guards closing in on Keeko, Sonaq, and the pirate hunters, and preparing to evict the rest of the team, Kyoshi relented and whispered a code word to Lilly, unleashing chaos. While the group did their best to turn the guards against the chief, Lilly set a bomb under the chieftain's throne, which some targeted airbending almost immediately detonated, killing the chief and bringing the fight to a sudden and dramatic end. While Sonaq mourned the death of his father, despite his cruelty, the rest of the team made their way back outside, only to be confronted by Tilla and Yara, who had been cashing in some bounties, and removing all traces of Keeko's wanted posters. Knowing that the clock was now ticking down to some form of consequence, the group debated leaving at once, but decided to stick around a little longer, leaving the boat behind to hide out at Ko's mum's cafe. Meanwhile, Jedd headed down alone to the docks, quickly discovering their raft had been sunk and their prisoner Crake was missing, along with a fishing vessel from a nearby pier. Unsure of whether to cut their losses and run, or try and source the furs and food they still needed to bring back to Akoya, the group eventually decided to send Keeko and Lilly to the Black Market District while the others lay low. Meeting with Venel, a merchant who moves items through the black market, Keeko and Lilly negotiated the purchase of some fine furs looted from the chieftain's longhouse, along with some general food supplies salvaged from various vendors. However, a fine painted box half hidden away grabbed Lilly's attention, and when Venel was distracted talking to Keeko, Lilly was quick to nab it. Meanwhile, Tilla, Jedd, and Ted were startled from their rest by the arrival of 4 figures wearing dark robes, requesting to speak with the Avatar. Inviting them inside, the trio were introduced as Rosalie, Jai, Randall, and Rhinor, travelers who seemed to recognize the group, and began asking a lot of questions about them and their journeys with the Avatar. The group were more than happy to share the answers to these questions, really only dodging explaining what had occurred up at the Longhouse. With the newcomers seeking to speak with Avatar Kyoshi and accompany both her and the group back to Akoya, Ted managed to convince them that they would find them in town once Kyoshi had returned. Keeko and Lilly returned to the group soon after the newcomers had departed, proud of their recent fur purchases. However, the rest of the group were less than impressed, eventually sending Tilla, Keeko, and Ko out to buy food supplies and more useful furs than had been previously acquired. Meanwhile, Kyoshi, Lilly, and the brothers began to search for the newcomers, quickly interrupted by the return of Sayan, who had come straight from the Longhouse. Taking the brothers aside, he did not hold back in his disappointment in Jedd and Ted, revealing that in light of recent events, they were both no longer welcome in Air Nation temples. The brothers, rejected, soon joined Kyoshi and Lilly, who had located the newcomers once again, and chatting happily with them, enjoying some burnt butter cookies. And we left off last session as Granny Rosalie, the elderly Fire Nation lady, I believe Lilly had asked, just who are you, old lady, as you were noshing down on a cookie. And she held up...
Sounds like me.
Does sound like you. And she held up in her hands a lotus tile, a Pai Sho tile, and printed on it. At first, what you thought was a lotus, you can actually see is a much more asymmetrical flower, very broad petals on the top, much smaller petals on the bottom, opening up to form this slightly elongated, stretched out flower bud. Black, pitch black, surrounded by this sort of gold filigree, casting out the outline of the leaves and the petals. As Granny Rosalie said,
we're part of a group known as the Black Orchid.
And that is where we left off last session. We're going to jump straight back in with Lilly.
So she's literally just been like, oh, we're part of the Black Orchid.
Yeah. Turns towards you.
Cool. What's that?
I think it's like an old lady get-together group.
Like a knitting group?
Yes, well, a group, certainly. I mean, I like to knit as part of it, so I guess you could say it's a bit of a knitting group. The others don't seem to share my passion for the patterns, though.
Oh. Well, then I wouldn't call it a knitting group if only one of you is knitting.
No, that's probably fair.
So what kind of group are you? What do you do?
Well, there are those who have sought to assist and protect the Avatar. Help to guide her on her way, the White Lotus.
And you can see next to you Kyoshi kind of nodding. She clearly has some knowledge of this group.
But the Avatar sometimes must face threats from beyond what others would recognize. That is where the Black Orchid step in. We are here to serve the Avatar from the shadows.
Oh, so you're just the same as us?
I would hardly call your actions as subtle or beneath public perception, my dear. I mean, I did find this lovely likeness
of, and she begins unfolding from her many-layered skirt a wanted poster. And as she unfolds it, you see the telltale Keeko wanted poster. You thought all of these had been destroyed. And as she unfolds yet another one, Keeko, what face are you making on it? I think we've discussed this, but I want to get another quick. Is it like the Luffy, like big hand wave, open mouth smile?
100%. It's
village
like
burning in the background. You can see someone's been impaled on one of like the weather veins. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, I've got like a cutlass in my hand, and I'm just looking really bad.
Holding up a severed head.
Yeah, really evil stuff.
Yeah. Wanted alive is what it says on the thing, not dead or alive. Keiko's not considered dangerous enough to be worth like killing to bring back for the bounty, but wanted alive, you can see. For questioning in relation to Fifth Nation activities is what it says.
Does it say his name on it?
Yeah, it says Keeko. It says Keeko Moo. It has his full name, actually, just as like a next level.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've seen those posters before. Yeah, they're Keiko's cousin. They have this thing in their family where they kind of just like use the same names over and over again. So that's Keeko Moo. This is Keeko Nori.
Oh, well, if it's a different person, then I guess...
And you watch as she flicks her fingers and the paper burns away in an instant, turning to ash as it falls between her fingers.
Well, if it's another person, then there's no need to hold on to this then, is there?
Exactly, yeah. I mean, his cousin's a bit of a... I think they referred to him as the wet-nosed bandit or something.
You know,
But
it's funny.
We don't associate with him.
Yes, I had heard that associated. Yes, Keeko Nori, the wet-nosed bandit. Yes, it's funny how these things filter through. Obviously, hearsay, rumors, and about a completely different Keeko.
Yeah, different Keeko. They just look alike because they're cousins.
Of course, and we shouldn't judge the actions of one based on the actions of their family, should we?
Nah, Keiko's great. He's been working closely with the Avatar for a while now and been doing a lot of good stuff.
Of course. Now, we wouldn't want any of these terrible rumors to get back onto Keeko, nor yourself, of course.
What rumors have you heard?
Well, there is a wonderful, wonderful bakery in Ba Sing Se, a cafe that I often like to visit.
Get fucked.
Later. when I feel like it. Right now, I'm the one doing the fucking.
Yes, a lovely cafe that I like to frequent. In the middle district, the middle ring of Ba Sing Se. And it's very hard when you're cooking this specific type of biscuit with the raisins in to not dry the raisins out too much. In this cafe, they had some secret technique to keep those raisins nice and juicy. And the darndest thing, when I went back there recently, it had burned to the ground. Can you imagine?
Pretty bad.
Wow.
Story.
So, what does this have to do with me?
Oh, well, as a cookie aficionado, and I can always tell. The trail of breadcrumbs leads right to you, my dear.
I don't even like raisins.
It's okay. It's okay. Granny does not leave messes behind. Granny makes sure that all the breadcrumbs have been tidied away. Do be a bit more careful, dearie. And there is, of course, your association with a certain, how shall I put this? A bit of a nasty piece of work. Lauge and his associates. What does she go by these days? Tomiko.
How the fuck would this bitch know about that?
How the fuck would she? Good question.
Yes.
Oh, I feel uncomfortable. This is worse than the Ever Island shit.
And I'm having a great time.
Yes, you must watch out for them. They claim, craziest thing, they claim that what they're doing is for balance, to bring the world on track, but they do that by killing people in positions of power or authority, and really all they're doing is painting a very large, very, shall I say, attractive crosshair, target, if you will, on the Avatar's back. Now, Granny might need to go and have a bit of a word to them, and I'll tell you, my crochet needles, I keep them sharp.
But Lauge and Kyoshi know each other. Kyoshi learnt from Lauge.
Well, if we had known about that, we would have interrupted that a lot sooner. Of course, we were busy focusing on, not the Avatar, Pretender. Someone who had been held up as the Avatar, but actually wasn't. Bit awkward if you ask me. But when we did know, she'd had to flee. Was traveling with some Daofe. Cheeky Daofe.
Wait, so you just spent your whole life just following around people who say they're the Avatar?
Oh no. We, Rhino here.
She points over towards the Earth Sage.
Rhino here was an Earth Sage. He was one of the ones who recognized that perhaps all was not as it should be. Yun, Avatar Yun, as he was known then, the false Avatar, had fit many of the patterns. The Earth Sages had declared him the Avatar. That is the test. The Sages are the ones who determine who is and who is not. There are signs upon each rebirth. And Yun was a convenient choice for them. Yet fate intervenes. She looks over towards Kyoshi and nods. You can see Kyoshi kind of balling her fists a bit as they start talking about you and clearly holding her temper in check before letting it sort of go a bit.
So, Kyoshi, do you know... Like, you know one of these guys, but
I know
have you
Rhino,
known that
not
they're
as...
all following you around all the time, keeping track of what you do and who you speak to?
I know of the White Lotus, this black orchid I've never heard of before. And frankly, I'm confused. If you've been part of the White Lotus this whole time, if you've been so, as you put it, so busy, why haven't I heard of you before? You watch as Rhino holds up a hand as Granny Rosalie goes to answer, and Rhino goes, I think it might be best if I answer this. We needed to wait till the time was right. You must understand, Kyoshi, we were late to understanding who you were, your place as the Avatar. And by the time we did find out, you had been off running around with the Flying Opera Company, a Dao Fei organization. Detestable. By the time we managed to, as the White Lotus, managed to find you and begin your training with the other elements, I mean, you'd already cut out on your own. You'd been working pretty much under your own authority for some time. We knew that you would be less than amenable to just another group popping up and saying, we're here, we're going to follow you around and make sure that you're safe. So we bided our time until we needed to step up. That time has now come.
So what's made you need to step up now?
Your attack on the Fifth Nation, on the Yellownecks. Did you get every single last one of them? And I mean every single last one of them.
Well, I know that there was some who wouldn't have been there.
So that's my concern. We know that word traveled fast. We found out about the attack through our underground connections. Yeah. Word traveled very fast. And I will tell you right
Andrew.
now. I can see Andrew's shitting bricks. You right, buddy? He's choking on
No,
water.
no, I'm not shooting bricks. Just keep going.
Do you think you figured out how word has traveled, do you?
No, keep going.
Okay. To be fair, Ted and Jedd are there. You both are there for this conversation. Yeah, cool. Yeah, word traveled fast, and that's how we knew that the Avatar had been waylaid. Now, our ears were already to the ground, making sure we were listening out for whispers of where Avatar Kyoshi had gone, seeing as she missed her, shall we say, rendezvous time back at Yokoya from the Fire Nation. When we found out what had happened at Little Island, we went and checked. There were already 2 other scout ships there from the Yellownecks. That group is far more expansive than you know. And they were not alone. There were Dai Li with them.
Fuck. Yeah, it's Dragon that knows that. Fuck.
Yeah, Tilla's not here right now. Can I take a message?
She was the only one that had that information anyway. Because she didn't share it.
Yeah, she chose not to share anything with that. So you guys don't know. You don't know any of
So
it.
this is us finding out for the first time.
Now we know.
Now you know.
Now we know.
There were Dai Li with them. Now my question is, do you have any other evidence of the Earth Nation working with the Yellownecks? You watch as
Yes.
Kyoshi. Oh, Jedd, jump in. What'd you say?
We captured the Yellownecks and left them with the Earth Nation cops, and they were released.
You captured some members of the Yellowneck banditry.
Yes.
Yeah, we captured King. And then King was suddenly at Little Island.
Yep.
King. He's one of the lieutenants of the Yellownecks. Yeah.
Was
Was one of the
Was
one of the lieutenants of the Yellownecks.
What is he now?
Well, he's dead
Dead.
now.
dead.
Yeah, he's
He
dead.
was put to the
He is
guillotine.
now in my tally, is where he is.
The crown has fallen.
Yeah. Long live the king. Yeah, he's dead now, but I will tell you this much. Your identities, your descriptions, and in some cases your names have been widely circulated throughout the Yellowneck banditry group.
That's fine.
and amongst the Dai Li.
Even Jedd's?
Even Jedd's. All of you.
What about Ted?
Even Ted's.
What about
I know you're gonna
Keeko?
ask about Keeko next. Yes, Keeko. Yeah.
What name's been circulated for me?
Yeah, what name was it? Was
Poppy.
it Poppy?
Poppy.
Copy.
But these are accompanied by descriptions. Fuck that word up. Descriptive. These were accompanied by descriptions. These were accompanied by descriptive. And you must understand, those descriptives
What was,
were
just out of
pretty.
curiosity,
They were
what was my
specific.
description?
Yeah, they were just specific descriptions. They were specific descriptions. Did I get you with that today? You enjoying that, Bree? How is it that the dumbest shit I could have said makes you laugh more than some of like the very cleverly thought out like multi-session payoff jokes, and you're enjoying this? Me going
Because you put too much effort into it, and that's just a natural fuck up.
I'm a simple girl, okay?
And then you
Simple
committed to
pleasures.
trying it.
All right,
And then, like,
there are
you just
three
get fucked
things a
up.
man finds it hard to say. I was wrong. I'm sorry. And whisper.
Specific.
Yeah. Now look, yeah. A description for described an airbender with hidden tattoos. Some
So if I
sort
just
of
don't hide them.
airbender with hidden tattoos, tall of stature with stubble, traveling with his brother.
I have such an advantage. I'm about to start puberty. Like,
That's
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
you're
be unrecognizable.
You're 3 in the next 2 years.
Yeah.
How do you know you don't have a genetic condition that prevents?
Shut it.
Because I've got some bad news for you. There's a dickhead in charge of this world, and he's not afraid to throw science down, bitch. Yeah, no.
Jokes on
That's a
all
good
of you. I'm actually 50 years old.
Yeah, I'm actually 50 years old. Yeah. I've got a pituitary disorder. Isn't there a movie about that? There's a horror movie about that.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
Benjamin Button. Pretty sure.
yeah, that's horror movie.
Depends if you like old people enough.
You know that famous horror movie?
That's obviously not what we're talking about, Brandon.
If you're afraid of old people, that's terrifying. Born old.
Did you honestly? I need the answer there. I don't care. There's a derail. I'll wear
No,
it.
not honestly.
Did you? Okay, just checking because that was
He
too
was
good.
just so sure of
It was so.
himself.
Oh yeah, Benjamin Button.
It was
Thank
so
you, thank you.
quick.
I'm very good at this. I hate story.
Oh
What
my
was it?
god.
Substance? What movie are you guys thinking of?
Not Benjamin.
I don't know, but it's something where like these people adopt someone and it turns out she's like 30 and she like kills them or something. I don't know. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, it's a real story. Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't think it is.
yeah, it is.
Is it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it
There
is.
was a movie based on a true story.
They adopted this girl who they thought was put me down as
Pearl or
derail,
something.
who thought that she was like 8 or something, but she was not. She was a lot
And,
older.
Yeah.
And then she was like inviting her friends from school over and stuff. Yeah. And then her parents left. Like left
Yeah.
her.
Just
She
left
wouldn't
her.
leave the house.
Just left her the house.
Well, they just left. I think it was renting. I don't think they were
Oh,
owning it, but
okay. Okay.
they dipped and left her in there.
Yikes.
And then you don't feel bad because it's not really a kid.
But like, you do feel a little bit bad because this person's just been abandoned. Like, that's pretty shit. But also, don't lie about
Yeah,
how
but-
old you are.
Yeah.
Maybe just don't lie. Would be my advice.
Yeah, I
Unless
think
it's
she
very
also
funny,
did
in which
she-
case, go for it.
Yeah.
There you go. Natalia Grace.
There you go. That was a derail.
I
But-
feel like that was on my TikTok like a couple days ago.
Yeah, it was on,
Probably would have been.
it was on my thing the other day.
Yeah. Anyway,
The more
Moving
you
on.
know.
yeah, so
Benjamin Button.
Benjamin Button, you gotta understand, Benjamin Button, he's a scary motherfucker. These old people that make themselves young again. It's terrifying. Yeah, there was some problems. The descriptions were very specific. It was not hard to know who they were about. And I would...
So don't
Who have they
go
been-
the Yellownecks?
Who have they been circulating it to?
Amongst the Yellownecks. Amongst
Just
the
amongst
remnants...
the Yellownecks?
No,
So
amongst...
the people that we want to fight are gonna come to us.
I am fully supportive of you taking on the Yellownecks. That is a worthy cause, eliminating the banditry and the Daofei organizations from the Earth Kingdom. That is a worthy cause that you should devote yourselves to, and I respect you and I salute you for your work on Little Island. I just want to make sure that you're not exposing the Avatar to unnecessary danger. You see, your actions have put a target on her back now. Our job is to keep her safe. Keep the Avatar safe.
I'm pretty sure the fact that she is the Avatar puts a big enough target on her back. I'm gonna be real.
You would be very surprised. The Avatar is not immortal or invincible.
Yeah, and that's why a lot of people want to
Kill her?
yeet her already. I don't think we've done anything to add to that. I'm pretty sure.
I don't think we added
just
another
being the
group that
Avatar
wanted to
does
kill
that.
her, yeah.
They were already gunning for her.
The Yellownecks were more scared of Kyoshi than they were angry at her. Your actions on Little
If anything,
Island.
they should be more scared now.
Your actions on Little Island, the message that has got out, the fact that they're now working with the Daofei. And look, this one's not on you. Now I must turn my attention towards Kyoshi. Your founding of the Daofei, and then subsequent falling out with the Earth Kingdom royalty, was not a clever move.
Fucking took down Admiral Glass. Like, what more do you need?
I
Like,
need you to
what's
do
scarier
this
than that?
shit properly. If you're going to commit
Also,
to
she
a
like created a
campaign,
giant vortex under the ocean. It was fucking insane.
yeah, if you're going to commit to a campaign of wiping out these people, you better be damn sure you've wiped them out, because I don't want to have messages
Oh
coming
no, we're
back.
sort of that one was like
uniting
we're
them.
sort of thrown in the middle. That wasn't really planned. It was just sort of, oh shit, we're here.
And that is my fear, that you are going into these situations half-cocked.
But you know what else? We always do, and look where we are.
Yeah, on the run,
It's like
in
there's
the
nothing
water
swirling
tribe,
around it.
potentially having just isolated a person who was once your friend and could have been a valuable ally to Kyoshi, now is mourning the death of his father at your hands. That is an allegiance that
Yeah.
could have done us
Yeah,
well.
your hands, Jedd.
Yeah, Jedd.
Eh,
Bad
Get him.
Airbender.
bad Emma. Spray bottle, spray bottle.
What's more, you two, Ted and Jedd,
What?
Jai overheard your conversation with Seon.
So
You know
what?
that you've both been banished. Do you
Again,
think...
Double banishing.
Yeah. Do you think having banished airbenders with the Avatar in her company helps to build her public perception
Just
of her?
gonna say this right now, though. You didn't have a problem with it before.
Oh, I did.
So why is the problem?
Oh,
just
no.
starting now?
I had a problem with it before. I was outvoted. As he turns towards the two others you watch as Granny Raisley goes,
But you've got such kind eyes. I thought you deserve a second chance. Just a cheeky little scamp, really. And who hasn't sunk a whole bunch of ships?
Exactly.
Me, I've only sunk one
You'll get there. Don't worry, we'll get you there.
with time.
with time. You watch as Randall shakes and goes, Brother, I have never sunk anything more than my own pride. Wait a
Ooh,
minute.
why do you want to do that?
I don't mean to. Sometimes you gotta take a
Ooh.
hit for the team, brother.
That's when you throw someone else under the bus. As I look over at Ted.
The best thing to do.
All I'm getting from this is that we need to start a quest to kill all Yellownecks.
So we just got to go big and commit to going big.
Or,
Yeah.
and here's my counter, where a bit of elder wisdom might come in. Perhaps going for a scorched earth policy is what has gotten you into this mess in the first place.
No, we left too many people alive.
I'm sorry,
That's the
you
only
just
thing
told
that's
us
taken out.
if we're going to wipe out a nation to do it properly or not at all.
That is absolutely not what I said. I said if
You
you were
said go
back to
committed to this
Brother.
I said if you were committed to this violent path, you needed to make sure that there were not ways that they could get back to you or back to the Avatar.
So hear me
Hey,
out.
so we
though.
commit.
Yeah, that's what I'm
So we
hearing.
commit because the first time we captured King, like some of us didn't want to kill him, most of us didn't want to kill him. Some of us, on the other hand, did. And then he got
I
free.
should have been let to do what I wanted to
should've.
do.
You should have.
It would have solved all of our issues so early in the campaign.
I
Do
know,
you,
right?
do you honestly believe that if he had been killed in that moment, let's say before you handed him over, you honestly believe that by killing him in that moment, there would not have been repercussions?
Yeah.
Oh, there would have been repercussions, but at least we wouldn't have had to fight him and the Fifth Nation. No. Yeah, and the Fifth Nation all at once on Little Island
No,
because he was
you've-
part of what caused that meeting.
You very likely would have been fighting with the Yellowneck remnants, the Fifth Nation splinter, and the Dao and the Dai Li, because Kang was the only opposing force left from keeping the Dai Li having total control over the Yellownecks. His pride, his need to be in control is what kept the Dai Li away from their
Are you talking about the
absolute-
same man we spoke to?
Yes.
If the Dai Li was there when the explosion happened, all of our problems would have gone away all at once. So I'm still hearing that I should have just been allowed to do what I wanted.
There was a Dai Li there.
Dun dun dun. Was it Craig?
That was
No.
very bad.
No, I don't know. This Craig, this pirate Craig who got away. We do have concerns about that. He does seem to be mostly harmless, though. I do not have concerns about Craig. Our observations of him, he genuinely didn't seem to be that much of a
He
problem.
was nice.
Sure.
Like him.
Ted, do you say that loud?
Yeah, it's Tilla.
Do you say that?
Yeah.
You watch as Granny Rosalie turns towards you and cocks her head.
Now, why would you say that it's Tilla? Haven't you been traveling with her as a companion?
Because she's not here to defend herself.
Yeah. Is that why she couldn't make today's session?
She's over with Keeko.
No, I'd believe it.
She was the one who told us not to kill King.
You watch as Jai sort of shakes
She's
his
the
head
one
a
who
little bit.
handed them over.
Yep.
Yep.
You watch as Jai, the younger Airbender, shakes his head and goes, my research into Tilla revealed no signs of any collusion or history with the Dai Li. I would be very surprised if she was, given the extensive background checks I have run on her and on each of you.
That's what they want you to think.
She also didn't join Kyoshi's cause through the same channels we did. She kind of just tacked on at the end.
Mm. And she still doesn't consider herself part of Team Avatar.
That name's never gonna stick, by the way.
I think it will. I think it will.
We know one Earthbender who could possibly be in the Dai Li.
Therefore, it must be that one.
You watch as Kyoshi sort of like
Never
looks
trust
down.
law enforcement.
Kyoshi looking a bit sort of upset at this point. You can see that she's looking a bit down as she shakes her head and goes, I really regret creating the Dai Li. I thought that what I needed was an elite group of benders, of I guess a policing force to help curb the corruption and to prevent the inequality, the rise of the Daofei organizations within the walls of Ba Sing Se. I didn't realize that they would be very quickly corrupted by the very same problems I was trying to eradicate with them. Yeah. It's just disappointing. It's very disappointing.
Oh well.
But this was my problem. I admit the creation of the Dai Li. I trusted the wrong people. I handed over control and training of them to others. People who I probably shouldn't have trusted but did.
I know just how to fix this.
I bet you do.
Lily pulls out a bomb and just starts tossing it.
Puts it in her mouth. I understand what you're saying. Rhino, Rosalie, Jai, Randall, I understand what you're saying. I think we need to make our way back to Yokoi and we need to come up with a plan of attack. And we need to have something in place. If the Earth Kingdom is turning its attention towards us, we need to be prepared for an attack.
Might as well put on a show.
And I'd like to do it on home ground, with people I trust around me. Very well.
So we're getting rid of Tilla?
Yeah, I guess.
Look, that's your prerogative. If you can't trust the people around you, if you can't trust them to stand by your side and have your back in combat, then yes, you probably need to find somewhere to send them. Somewhere they'll be safe, somewhere where they can't cause you problems. If this Tilla is someone that you don't think you can trust, probably need to talk to her about that. That is something you should speak about with her, not with me.
Can I do call from afar?
Yeah.
Summon the spirit,
I
please.
want
for the love
to
of God.
reach out to Tomoko.
Oh, okay.
Squiggly boy.
Wow, that is a 3. That is a miss.
Squiggly boy.
Does it have a specific flavor text for when you fuck this one up?
On a miss, your reach extends beyond your original aim, and you've attracted dangerous attention. Sorry, guys.
Squiggly boy.
No, he's not dangerous enough.
Yeah, that's true. He's not dangerous. He's just cuddly.
So you
As
were all
you-
wondering how Yavu made it to this plane.
So you're wondering how we got here?
I considered Yavu as like a fun little, but there's someone else I have in mind for this.
Ko the face stealer.
As you reach out,
Oh my god.
Oh, no.
calling to Tomoko, you hear a very different voice speak back to you. Who is
Someone's
this?
got a cold.
Who is this?
Commander Eskar of the Dai Li. How is it you are speaking to me?
Sorry, wrong number.
Wait,
Oh,
I recognize your voice.
no, you don't.
Who is this?
Oh, you don't. That's me. Just like go full Gollum. I recognize this voice. We were hunting you, and yet you call out to us. What is this you are doing? How can I hear your voice when you are not here?
It's a great question.
Lilly.
Fuck off. Don't do that. That's so creepy. I don't like that. Can I shut the connection?
No, that's a 3. You may not.
Yeah, cool, okay. So
You go to hang
the
up and it's
thing
just,
is-
you can't get the phone away. Someone's rubbed glue on the receiver, now it's stuck to your face. You see Keeko running away with an empty tube rolled up.
I don't know if giving you this information is going to make this better or worse. I have a feeling it's going to make it much, much worse. But the thing that I was
I think you should go for it
intending,
anyway.
the thing that I was intending on doing out of the options with Tomoko was to let them see something I can see, so they would return memories and knowledge of that site. So,
Oh, good.
this person is
Ted,
just seeing through my eyes right
Jedd,
now.
And the Avatar, and others whose faces I do not know. I will make sure to have descriptions of them circulating soon.
That's why there's no
I love that in this moment, the Black Orchid, the uber secret society within the White Lotus, have chosen to reveal themselves to you and Avatar Kyoshi, and you have immediately outed them. I love that so much,
But
which
here's
is
the good news.
probably why
They'll
there's
never
no
know
Black
it's you.
Orchid in the future. I think this is how
Yeah.
they get wiped out.
Sorry, Granny.
Oh, it's all right, dearie.
Um,
When have we not revealed the potentially, absolutely awful information to our worst nightmare of an enemy? We've all done that.
Yeah, actually have.
Have a cookie.
Would there be any indication?
Oh, you recognize this voice, Lilly. You've heard it before.
No, but like,
Yeah.
would anybody who's looking at me right now have any indication that I'm doing this call from afar? Is there any?
Your eyes have just got gone.
You sort of glaze over a bit, looking a bit distracted.
Okay,
Glazed donuts.
I'm gonna check because that's gonna change how the next part of the conversation happens. So where do I know this voice from?
You recognize this voice, Lilly. You've heard it before. Commander, that's new. But the name and the voice, Eskar, and the voice, you know that she was a member of the guard, the Ba Sing Se guard, one in charge of the, I don't want to say task force, but like one of the people, the main person who was kind of responsible for hunting down criminals in the middle ring. And the main reason you ended up kind of fleeing Ba Sing Se was her getting pretty close to your tail, tracking you down.
I love it. I love it when you dredge up random facts from backstories and you're like, you know what? Fuck you.
Fuck you. Some people would call that like excellent world building and narrative inclusion, but other people just go fuck you. So I mean, this is where we are. I like the balance, you know.
Yeah. So
hey, you're the only person who hasn't had a person from their past appear in the campaign so far.
That's
Apart,
true.
actually, technically Tilla and her dad, we've only had a little bit of him. We've got more of him coming. But yeah, you're the only person who's not had a person from their past reappear. So like, it's been a long time coming.
Yeah, I've just had random actions from my past, just like dredged up randomly.
Oh yeah.
So
it's almost like actions have consequences.
Yeah. Do I see anything or anything like
Just
that
hear the voice.
from her?
And
Just hear her voice.
And as you hear her and as you recognize her, the connection breaks. It's almost like as soon as you identify who it is, you realize this is not the person you're trying to contact, and you're able to break that connection.
Okay. I kind of like shake my head a little bit, and then I just kind of like try to catch Jedd's eye with this like panicked expression in my eyes, and then kind of like just turn back to Granny and be like, so what's your plan for the next stuff?
You watch as Jai nods.
Smooth.
Yeah, it's a good question. We're planning on accompanying you back to Yokoya, and then after that, once we've checked in with Rangi and escorted you safely back to Yokoya, we'll go back to our job, back to our duty.
Yeah, we should probably get out of here sooner rather than later, I reckon.
Yeah, did we get, like, once we get the resources and put them on the boat, we're good?
Maybe we should go help get those resources so we can get moving sooner. You know, the sooner we get back to Yokoya, the sooner Rangi will have Kyoshi back, and the sooner everything will be fine.
That sounds perfect. That's exactly what we want as well.
Do we not gonna make a quick pit stop then?
Well, we don't need to say that.
We aren't going on the same boat as them. We just need to leave here.
We need to go over there, remember?
Shut the fuck up, Jedd.
No. To that building over there.
Yeah. I guess. Okay.
You lot of acting madly suspicious.
That's just who we are as people.
Yeah, that's
Have you
You should know this from following us.
You've
Yeah,
seen
that's
our past
concerning.
actions, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Hey, where's the other guy? Wasn't there another one with you?
Which one?
Who is here currently? Jai? Is Jai missing?
Nope. Jai's been talking. Yeah, I'm right here.
Jai's
I have a
there,
slightly husky-
Randall's there.
Randall's here, brother. Rhino, Granny.
They're all there.
Rhino, Granny. Was there another one?
4. Only 4 of them.
Yeah, we just have this misconception that there was 5. No, it's just 4.
Because there's
Okay.
5 of you. I think the symmetry of it would have been really good. And we could have 5. You could be the person who summons in the 5th member of the Black Orchid. All you need to do is become a YouTube member, and you're ready to rock and roll.
Just know all their identities have been given away.
For now. Yours hasn't been though, because you're not standing there while Lilly literally fucking signal chats the members of the Black Orchid. To like,
Yeah, I really could have kept it to myself what I was trying to do with that call from afar, but I thought it would be funnier to tell you what
no,
I was
I
doing.
really appreciate that. That's way funnier. Way better. But yeah, you could summon the 5th member of the Black Orchid. All you have to do is be a YouTube member. Boom. That's how the Black Orchid formed. That's it. Perfect. Let's jump over with Keeko and Tilla while you guys are doing that conversation.
Let's move away from
Keeko,
this train wreck.
Keeko,
Hey,
you
what's
were
going
shopping. You were shopping with Ko and with Tilla. You'd been purchasing some supplies, getting shit that you needed. I think we'd
As
wrapped
per.
up as you'd finished off most of your purchases. What's up for you next? Where are you going next?
Okay, so we got all the furs that we need. I think we got like the 10 crates of furs we needed, barrels of water, some food.
Yep,
good
all getting delivered down to your
stuff.
ship, so you don't even need to carry it. It's all going to be delivered there.
Perfect, easy.
They're taking a wheels barrow down.
Yeah, it was perfect. In
Yeah.
that case, there. I'm gonna look around for one more little shop. I'm just looking to buy lockpicks. That's all.
Why would you need those?
I don't know, like, what if
Someone had a
need them
box
for
that they needed to
things?
get open, like didn't know what was in that
Yeah,
box, wanted to have a little look inside.
Just,
Yeah.
just a thought. I'm just wondering, like, if I'm buying lockpicks, this is just how I'm sort of thinking about things. Would that be helpful in a way to have over just using like bending to unlock things and do stuff?
Yeah,
So
I mean, really precise bending is going to be good to open locks, but I mean, the lockpick is a tool designed for one purpose.
Yeah.
Right?
That's
So you'd
true.
hope it was
It's not like
better.
you just don't need lockpicks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna have a little cruise around so we can find some stuff. Like if there's like
Well,
a
the best
lockpick around
person
somewhere.
to buy lockpicks from. Obviously, you can't just walk into your corner store. I mean, the fishmonger's not going to have them, right? But
Yeah, true.
that black market merchant, Venel, he's probably got them.
But I'm sure Wolf's Cove has a locksmith.
Are
Like,
you sure
I'm
of
sure
that
people
though?
have
Because
locks.
Wolf Cove in Kyoshi's era is like a collection of maybe 150 people.
How about the bolt cutters?
Again, you're
Very
amongst
specialized
a
tool.
pre-industrialized society
Yeah.
living a semi-nomadic lifestyle across the ice based on an income of fish and kelp. Bolt cutters are going to be hard to find too.
Okay. Keeping that in mind for myself. I'm good. Think I'm good.
You're going to go to Venel? Why don't you want to go to Venel?
I was thinking about heading home.
But Venel probably has
Going back to-
lockpicks. There's
Go
no
back to
reason.
Coastplay.
No reason not to go. I like that you're calling it home. That's cute. But no reason not to go to
Yeah, go
Venel's to get some lockpicks, mate. What's wrong?
Just tired, you know. don't
Tired
feel
of
it.
feeling the consequences of your actions.
What? No,
What?
I don't feel those at all. No.
Cool. Cool.
Not
Yeah, I mean-
at all.
Which is Ko nods and goes like, I think that's everything we needed to get organised. That'll be delivered to the ship in the next little bit. It looks like Tilla's still perusing the aisles. Let's just give her some space. Catch up with. She knows where we're going.
Yeah. All right. Have fun, Tilla. We're going by. See you.
See you, Tilla. You watch as Tilla holds up a hand, stone flaking around the edges of it as she gives you a little wave, this stone-covered hand, before she quickly shakes off the stone and gives you like a normal wave just with her normal hand. I'm kidding. She just gives you a wave. Nods, goes like, yeah, I'll catch you later.
And
I'll see you back at Ko's mum's or the boat. Either. One of those two.
sounds good. Trying to arrest anyone while we're gone.
I'm outside my jurisdiction.
Oh, cool.
At the word trying not to arrest anyone, you watch as a whole bunch of citizens around you turn and look in a bit of confusion. Nothing puts people more at ease than knowing that there are police active in the area. We know that for a fact. Always feel safe.
I thought people would need to feel safe right now since
Yeah.
someone just killed the chief. You know, I think people need safety right now. so,
Yeah, that's it. So where to, Keeko?
I was thinking about going back to the restaurant, and I just want to just go to the bathroom for a bit and just go freshen up. This bathroom around somewhere.
You accompany Ko back to the cafe, just sort of having little small talk chats on the way. You arrive back. Ko's, I'm gonna get a drink. A bit thirsty actually. Can I get you anything? I was thinking some water or some juice.
Yeah, if you got like water or juice, whatever you're feeling, I'm just gonna go fresh up in the bathroom for a little bit. I'm just gonna
You feeling
freshen
okay?
up, wash off. Oh yeah, no, I just feel dirty. I haven't really had a bath or anything like that in a while, so I thought I'd just quickly freshen up before we no doubt head off sometime soon. I won't be too long. I'll come back and get a drink.
Yeah, no, if you need water for the wash tub, there's a tank just out the back that we fill up with fresh water when it rains.
Oh, perfect. I'll go get that. Appreciate it, Ko. Thank you. I'll freshen up and won't be too long, man. Got to smell. Smell bad. Smell better.
I don't think you smell bad, but I'll meet you upstairs with some juice when you're done.
Give him a hug. Cheers, Ko. I'm like, you don't smell bad either. Oh my God, what's this?
It's below 8 degrees. It's hard to sweat in Yeah.
Well, I feel stinky, so I'm like, I'll be right back out, and close the door. Hit up my
Okay, what the
water.
fuck are you doing? What is going on?
Okay, I get the box out
Okay.
that Lilly gave me.
Yeah,
and I'm
yeah,
just like,
yeah.
all right. I've got some water here, and I'm like trying to like bend the water into the little padlock thing, and like trying to bust this bad boy open.
Alrighty, could I please get you to roll a push your luck, please, as you are not trained in waterbending, very fine waterbending to bust open locks.
That makes absolute sense to me.
Excuse me, Bree's mum, did you call me a duty head?
It's a common insult in my household.
I'm going to wake up 2 a.m. and that's going to really sting. Right now, feels fine, but I know later that's a slow burn. That's going to come back and haunt me. Small hours of the morning. 6.
That's not it. That's not it, Chief. No.
6 is not enough. Keeko, as
I
you,
use a team point on myself.
I'm going to let you. It's
Can
called
I-
a team point, and you want to
Yeah.
use it by yourself.
For-
I
for
believe
the team.
it was Mount Sayadaw who said there is no I in team.
What? No, let me look again. No, there's definitely is.
Which, to be fair, is probably something he said in Chinese. It's very
There
communist.
is an I in point, though.
There is an I in
Yeah, what's-
point, sure, but I don't
Yeah,
see the
team point.
point. Sure, yeah, right, fair enough. You're really stretching there, but
in
kudos.
Chinese.
There is an I in meat pie.
Ah, there is in Chinese.
Meat.
It's
reversed
Twan
is team.
And
Dewey.
pi reverse
One
is
eye.
yip. So I'm not sure what bearing that has on the conversation.
Can I help?
You're not there. How are you helping? You're currently getting your ass handed to you by Black Orchid.
I don't think so. I think
You're currently
they're
suffering from the
chat.
knowledge that you've just been banished from the air temples. You're now no better than your brother, and that really has to come with some level of sting, right? That you're now the same as Jedd.
Yeah, but there's no condition called Jedd.
Well, there is. He's right there.
I just tick all 5. Right?
Just tick all 5 and die. Yeah. I believe embarrassed is the one you're looking for.
No.
Well, bother.
Oh, bother.
I just try my best to pick it, and then I'm just like in the box and just sort of like.
Oh,
Jingle it a
no,
little bit.
no, my friend. You rolled a 6. Let me talk through what happens
Yeah.
when you try and
No,
bend
no,
water
I
in to
just-
break it.
Don't worry about it. I just did it.
Here's what happens. You're initially very careful, Keeko. You keep the water very, very steady. You got to push it into the lock. Perfect. And at this point, you're like, great, I just need to fill the lock with water and then freeze it, and then I can turn the ice. And that'll be the same as a key. It'll only fill up the space that it can fit. Boom.
Mhm.
Nailed it. So you bend in some water, you bend in some more water, you bend in some more water. Man, this lock's bigger than you thought. This keyhole is huge. Bend in a bit more water, bend in a bit more water. And then you watch as water begins to leak out through the very narrow seam where the lid meets the rest of the body. And as
That
soon
means
as you
it's
stop
ready.
bending, you watch as the water floods back out through the keyhole. And as you pick it up, there's a wet sloshing noise.
Now freeze it. Do we have fire?
I
I really hope there was nothing in that box that could potentially be damaged by water.
What, like paper?
Yeah.
what's
Man.
the chance of that?
What? That would suck, wouldn't it? Can you
That
imagine if
would
you went
suck.
if you went to all the trouble of stealing this lovely shiny box because you're like, ooh,
And
I'm
give
a
it
little-
to my partner in crime to take care of
Yeah.
for me while I'm dealing with the enemy.
To be fair, you probably would have blown open the lock. And there's one other thing that paper doesn't like. It's called fire. It would not have gone well as well.
Nah, let's be real. I would have just banged it against the floor.
Yeah, true. Yeah. Yeah.
I suck all the water out as best as I can.
Sorry,
just
hang
go-
on. Hey, it sounded like. How do you suck all the water out?
Like, I'm just I got the box to my face. It's just like just like
It's very fibrous water as you begin sort of sucking and then spitting. And you notice that there's all these like gluggy messes. And as you go to suck, you watch as the lock hole it's clearly something is like up against it and stopping water coming out. So you sort of push the air back in, go to suck again. There's a gluggy, glutinous mess inside the box. And every time you try and suck, it clogs up the keyhole, causing you sort of like against the outside of the lock. And then you have to sort of break the seal as your lips try and like suction back into the keyhole, leaving your lips quite chapped and a bit broken in some places. Taste a bit of iron from your blood. A few of your hairs get caught into the metal lock as you tear them away. It quite hurts your chin a bit, yeah.
Yeah, okay. After this productive...
The fuck is this?
Seems like it.
After this productive box opening exercise, I put it on the countertop.
Welcome back to Keeko's unboxing. Here, let me get the lock open. Pours in like 4 liters of water, gives it a shake and goes... Let me get it out. Nobody clipped that.
I heat up my tub of water and I sit it, and I'm just sitting there and I'm just looking at the box with a little towel in my head. I'm just there going, huh.
Maybe it needs to be underwater, and then you can understand it, Keeko. Maybe it's going to be underwater with it.
I don't think you put enough water in.
I should have put more water in the lock.
Nah, he rolled a 6. That's only just a fail. I'm going to say at this moment, Keeko, that you realize the problem is this box isn't airtight, and a keyhole is essentially a hole in the box that allows a key to go in and unlock it. And pouring water in, not the right way to go. What you wanted to do was very gently get the water
air inside.
Air might have worked. Yeah.
If only we had 2 disgraced airbenders.
Do they have to be disgraced? That seems like
I think
a
they do.
weird.
That helps with doing criminal stuff.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's fair. Your empathy died along with your like access to the temple libraries, and now you're just like, fuck it, we're hardened criminals. We already got the tats. Let's go.
Yeah.
We've already murdered people. What more can we do?
Do we have a quick raid session where we go and take down the air temple?
Sorry.
So I can get my scroll.
400 years before the Fire Nation gets there, we'll go.
I'm a speed run this shit. Let's go.
Well, I'm
Put it
gonna
on-
get my scroll now, so
You're
what's
gonna
the
get-
point?
Yeah. Keeko, you have a nice warm bath. Feels good.
Thanks.
I mean, it almost covers up the shame of not being able to open the box and possibly ruining the contents. And you're kind of aware at this point that there's probably going to be some response from Lilly, and that you probably need to write some sort of record of where you'd like your things to be sent to next of kin, who you'd like to be notified, and probably some sort of mouth guard to prevent explosive devices being placed in.
Yeah.
You're sort of like thinking at this
Yeah.
point, maybe you could make some sort of
Gimp
like...
mask, something like
Yeah.
that. Maybe on that.
Yeah, some sort of
Or-
mask to help prevent access.
It has to be a gimp mask.
It has to be. That's why I got the nice furs, because I need that. I need something that's nice to make a mask to protect myself.
Are you making like a
from blowing up.
fursuit to avoid Lilly hurting you? Is that the plan here? What the fuck? Yeah. So at this point, the contents of the box is you give it another little shake sitting in your nice warm bath. You're pretty sure waterbending water into this box has probably ruined whatever was in there. At this point, you're pretty confident it's something paper or papyrus paper or papyrus based, not a good friend with water. At this
It
point,
was a waterbending scroll.
yeah, whatever's inside of there's not looking good. And you know that Lily's going to be coming back any moment now, and you're going to have to
Yeah.
present this box to her. So I guess at this point, are you now trying to dry off the box and make it look like you didn't do anything? What's the plan?
Nah, I'm gonna own this.
You're going to own it.
I'm gonna own this.
Legends.
I'm just sitting in the bath right now, just like, peace is with me. Peace is with me. Peace will not be with me soon, but for right now, peace is with me.
As you picture the 8-year-old Lily, you sort of say to yourself, fear is the mind killer. I will face my fear. Then it passed through me.
Yeah.
When the fear is gone.
I'm just
yeah.
relaxing in the bath. I'm just nodding off a little bit, going, oh, this is relaxing. And then it's like this jump scare of Lily in my dreams, like,
Perfect. Ted, Jedd, Lilly, back with the three of you and with Avatar Kyoshi.
Me.
Yes, three of you plus Avatar Kyoshi plus the Black Orchid, the members of the Black Orchid. Jai, Runal, Randall, and Rosalie. As you are going through your plan, you watch as Jai, the younger, again, you think he's maybe an airbender of airbender descent. The grey eyes, the tan skin, does seem to have some of the physical characteristics of other people you've seen around the air temples, possibly eastern or northern air temple. But he doesn't have any of the airbending tattoos. And as you're sort of talking through needing to go to this building over here or run back over that way, being a bit inconsistent with where you need to head next, and quite obvious that there's some sort of like hidden message you're trying to get across to one another that you don't want them to know. You watch as Jai, sort of like nodding a little bit, wanders over a bit closer to the two of you, Ted and Jedd, and then gives you both a bit of a look and goes, "Hey, so
Hey.
I heard what happened with Sayan." And when I say I heard what happened, I literally heard the whole thing. I was on the rooftops keeping watch. Sorry, you guys got banished.
No, that's fine.
It's fine.
I mean, I
He's
didn't have
already
hope of
been
getting back
banished
in.
before.
So getting back in was like a bonus. Like getting out again was like
Right. I mean,
realistically a matter of
I've never
time.
seen the air temples, but I'd always heard they were beautiful.
They were.
They were. What's happened to them?
I mean, they probably still are.
Oh, okay. Right.
I have no idea. Like they were the last time I checked.
Okay. Yeah. No. Fair enough. Well, look. Hey, now that you're one of the the renegade airbenders, we should maybe catch up. Maybe there's some techniques I can show you, some techniques you can show me.
100%. How do you
Wait, how
feel
can you
about
show us
sinking
technique?
boats?
Sinking boats. Yeah. I mean, I know a few pretty intense combat techniques. I've been trained up a fair bit, more than most airbenders would have been on on combat style airbending.
You're an airbender?
Yeah, I am. My mum was one. She was actually banished for.
We didn't know this, Andrew. We didn't know.
You
We
two
just
didn't know this,
assumed.
yeah.
We just assumed.
No. But the thing of like, you guys, we should all like. I watched as you talked to the master of the airbending. That doesn't give it away. Like as someone on the roof.
Oh, I watched you talk to a dude. Oh, he must.
No, like on the roof.
He must know.
Who
him.
else
Yeah,
here
good.
can get on the roof without anyone noticing?
Anyone can climb up a roof.
Well, maybe not anyone.
Off you go then.
Yeah,
Climb
right
it.
now,
Like,
Archie.
don't use airbending.
Archie,
Go on,
right now,
do it.
go climb on a roof. I want you to bring your camera with you.
My camera
Made out
doesn't
of-
go that
okay.
far.
Buildings made out of ice and snow, and like wood.
They're called igloos, if that's the word you're looking for. But yes.
Well,
Wait. I don't want to say anything. Yeah, keep going.
ice, snow, and wood. Because I assume like you can use ice as walls,
Can use
Yeah.
ice as walls. Yes.
and then like wood is like the supporting.
You could
things in
use
between.
an earthbender. Could also climb up on a roof.
There's no earth here.
That's a
What?
true fact. Well, there is, but it's really far under the ice. But yeah, the
Guys,
hard to access.
I've not been paying attention.
No, you have not.
Yeah, my mum, she was actually banished for, I guess you'd call
What'd
them
she
like
do?
forbidden techniques. She
Oh
was
yeah, we know those.
designing combat techniques. She was obsessed with this idea of coming up with, I mean, yeah, she was obsessed with the idea of coming up with fighting techniques for airbenders, techniques focused on inflicting damage,
They're really
air
useful.
blades, things like that. Yeah, she used me to she got me to come up with things as well, things I'd rather not teach, and there's some things I won't teach, but there are some things that I've
How
learned that could be
about-
useful.
Fine, what if
But-
you did?
But if you did have to teach someone, we're here.
No, there's some knowledge
Wouldn't
that
want that knowledge to be lost.
no,
the
there's
waste
some
of that
knowledge that
is-
should be lost. There are some
I don't think
there are
so.
some things
I
that
don't think
shouldn't
all
be shouldn't
knowledge
be
is
known.
valuable.
Yeah,
I disagree.
knowledge is knowledge.
Knowledge is power. Knowledge is power.
Knowledge is power. Yeah, that's what I'm concerned about. But more than that, I think the Air Nation, just as an aside, I think the Air Nation have lost by banishing both of you. And the fact that they're so obsessed with this idea of like keeping themselves isolated, being this sort of insular, hidden away sect of monks. I hate that. It's not who we used to be as airbenders, and it's not who we have to be.
Gonna do them in one day.
Yeah, and I'm really proud of both of you for standing up for your guns and doing the right thing, like trying to help people and actually do shit.
Thank you.
Not many other airbenders actually give a shit. Like they say they do, and they sit there and fucking meditate on it, and it's just I'm sick of it. It's just really nice to see people actually doing stuff.
Yeah. Okay. We definitely catch up, and we'll definitely pass
Teach
on
each
some
other
techniques.
techniques.
Yeah, like just
We'll
random
teach you
stuff.
some things we know, and
Yeah, because I've never been formally
you
trained
know.
by an air master. I mean, my mum taught me stuff, but I'm sure there's stuff
Do
she
you
didn't teach
want
me.
a pink kite?
A pink kite. I have a kite. I have a kite.
You
I have
have
a
a
kite.
Oh, you have a kite? Awesome.
I've got my mum's
Cool,
old
cool.
kite. Yeah, they didn't take it off her when they banished her. I think she was pregnant with me at the time, and I think they were worried about her not having access to her kite and stuff. But I've got
Why
her
did
old
they
kite.
take- Maybe they just don't take away kites.
I don't think they
Yeah,
do
they
take
didn't
away
take away-
kites.
They didn't take away our kites.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think they take away kites.
So we're learning stuff as banishment happens, because this is the first time, really.
I thought this was your second time being banished.
Yeah, look, the last time I lost my kite, so they didn't really have a chance to take it
They
away.
couldn't take it away.
Yeah, they can't take away something that doesn't exist.
Wait, did they banish you for losing your kite? That seems rather extreme.
No. That was just like part of the thing.
Oh, right.
He just-
Okay.
He got banished, and he also lost his kite.
And I also lost my kite.
Man, tough day.
Yeah. Not my proudest moment.
Yeah. Giant nods. You can see he's a little bit awkward. Like he's a little bit younger than you guys. You can see sort of like early 20s, early to mid 20s, a little bit younger than you, a little bit sort of socially awkward, but warming up as you guys chat to him. I mean, genuinely his offer, so his offer of like teaching you things seems very genuine. He does seem very genuine about not sharing some stuff too, though. You get the sense that he's also very much locked in
We
on
can
not-
open it up.
Yeah, we can get
Yeah.
it out.
We can crack this nut.
Fair enough. You can crack this nut. Okay.
That's later at night.
So, Lilly, as you can see, the three airbenders having a bit of a chat to themselves. You're still stuck in conversation with Rosalie, Rhinor, Randall, and Kyoshi. You can see that at the moment, Rhinor and Kyoshi are having a little bit of a sidebar. Rosalie coming up next to you, nudging you in the ribs and going,
I'm going to be honest, I drifted off a little bit there. We're heading to Yokoya, right?
Yeah. We just needed to get a couple more supplies, and we're just waiting on our friends to buy them, and then we're heading back to Yokoya.
Right. Well, we've actually got a boat. It's probably not big enough for all of you and supplies. You have a boat, right?
Yeah, we have a boat. So I guess the only question is, who dibs Kyoshi?
Dibs.
you're having another conversation.
Oh, look, maybe, I'm up for letting the Avatar pick which way she wants to go.
Yeah, true. I guess she could always just like make her own way there if she wanted to as well.
Of course. And I mean, I would never do something as underhanded as,
Watch as the hand comes out of the sleeve holding a cookie that she takes a bite of.
try and bribe the Avatar with delicious cookies. Oh,
These cookies do look really good.
Ah,
And I know that they taste good.
yeah. You know what the secret ingredient
Yeah.
is?
Have
Have you ever heard of the striacathine powder before?
It's pure math.
I'm sorry, the what?
Striacathine powder. It's a flower that only grows in the northern parts of the Earth Nation. Very poisonous. You can dry out the leaves and the stem and grind it into a fine powder. Perfectly harmless to ingest as a fine powder, unless, of course, you consume it with extract of violet, in which case, well, the results are horrific. Your veins spill open, blood pours from every orifice. You really wish for death, which does take some time to welcome you into its warm embrace.
Anthrax?
That's not technically, a bit different, but yeah, you're on the right track.
Yeah.
Lily's gonna like just pull out her book and start writing down Sorry, how do you spell that?
S-T... I'm joking. I was trying to freak you out. I thought kids liked scary stories. Was this a bit too scary?
I think I am the scary story, Granny. I'll be honest.
Right. Okay. Good. Well, I made all of that shit up. None of that is true. But you can write it down if you like and pass it on. People don't know that. I've learned in my many years that if you say a lot of wise things, you can start to slip in what I affectionately refer to as the bullshit.
I like that term.
And people think that the bullshit is real. It's quite funny. And the older you get, the more this works.
I just tell people the truth, and they just assume that I am doing, as you say, the bullshit.
Do you know why that is?
Because I'm cute.
Yep, because you're cute. And you're young. And she's going to pinch your cheek, give your cheek a little pinch. Not a hard pinch, just a gentle, like... Because you're cute, because you're young, because you're a girl. Guess what?
Yep.
You can use that. She gives you a wink.
Oh, I know. Don't you worry, Granny.
Good. Well, we better get a mosey on, Black Orchid. We've got some knitting to do. Our knitting group? We're meeting at... No? You watch as Rhino looks over, just shakes his head, rolling his eyes, and looks back. You see Randall, at this point, he's gotten a bit bored. You can see him sort of making a little snowman just in the street. And then as he looks up, Caesar goes, "Oh, rad, brother!" Punches the snowman, causing it to explode into thousands of pieces that just swarm across, covering you in snow and ice. Lily, as you sort of like wipe it down, you watch as Rosalie, not a single bit of snow and ice has hit her. Instead, you can see her hands have summoned a little wall of flame that disappears as she drops her hands again and goes, "You'll have to be quicker than that, Randall. All right, come on, you lot. We're going to meet them back down at the boats. An hour? 2 hours? How long do you guys need?"
Well, we have to check and see how we're going with supplies and stuff. I would say maybe an hour should be enough.
Perfect. I will enjoy a lovely afternoon nap back on our ship. Come on, you lot. It's fucking freezing here. She begins stomping off, her dress sort of swishing around her as she begins making her way along. You watch as Jai, next to you two, Jedd and Ted, I better get going. Once Rosalie's made a decision, I'll talk to you guys later. Takes off as well. Randall nods with us, goes, "Bye, brothers." Takes off as well. You watch as the Earth Sage, you can see for a moment he kind of pauses, not really knowing whether he wants to take off yet. Rhino kind of standing there looking a bit confused. And as they sort of get a little bit further away, you watch as he looks back towards the rest of you and goes, Make sure you're there. I might have some other things we need to talk about. When it's just you and I, the rest of us. Kyoshi, it's just a conversation for your fighters. Yeah, I like that. For your adventurers, compatriots, your team. More just for them, but we'll catch up when we're back at the boats. Maybe you can jump on over to the Black Orchid ship, and I'll jump on with your boat for a little bit, and we'll swap back. Just Kyoshi nods. Yes, that's fine, Rhino. Yeah, I've got no problems with that. It was good to see you again. I'll talk to you later. Yeah, well, we'll talk soon. Till next time. Lily, Ted, Jedd. That begins making his way down,
Bye.
Following
the rest of them. As soon as they're out of
As he
earshot.
walks away,
Yeah.
can I just like whisper to Jedd, I don't like that one. He's weird.
He's the weirdest one somehow.
Yeah.
It's really creepy. I don't trust him.
Yeah, like the others are like sort of endearing in their own way.
I like Granny. She's funny. I don't
It's
like
at this
him though.
moment, Jedd, you notice Lily's ear, the thin stream of blood starting to... No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Did you have it? No. Did you have the poison cookies?
You watch as
didn't,
Granny
but
just
I ate the
starts chucking
cookies.
up a vial, catching it in her hand. She turns back and goes, "Looking for this!" and takes off at a run, hitching up her skirts and sprinting down the street. No, none of that happens, obviously.
What does it?
That would be a wild way to end the campaign. Yeah, if you just died from poison having eaten one of the cookies. That'd be a very confused. That's like the Avatar equivalent of rocks fall and the party dies. It's like, you ate the cookies, you're all dead. I'm so sorry. Thank you for joining us, everybody. It's been wonderful having you come along for the campaign.
What if you had like a cookie, but you filled it
it'd
with
be
like
great
red
to
dye?
do. Next week, we're back for our Q&A session where we continue the campaign with what would have happened if the characters hadn't eaten the cookies and died. But we'll have to save that. Yeah. As you watch as Kyoshi sort of nods and goes, I've known Rhino for a while. Back when he was an Earth Sage for Avatar Yun, I mean, he was kind to me, but also kind of ignored me a little bit. He only acknowledged me when he had to, and his main focus was on Yun. And then when he started to realize that Yun wasn't the Avatar, that something was wrong, he was pretty intense about it. And then when I heard they'd stripped him of his status as a sage, I was pretty surprised. I mean, he was pretty well respected, but I mean, the politics change all the time amongst the Earth Sages, and they're now, in some ways, puppets to the monarchy of the Ba Sing Se royal family. But he can come across as a bit odd. I don't think he's lying. I think he's being honest with what he says, but I think it's wise to keep an eye on him. He always has an angle, at least that's what I've noticed with my history with him. I don't know what that angle is, so I guess we should keep an eye out for it. I knew what his angle was with Yun. He was vying for favor. I mean, an Earth Sage with the ear of the Avatar. And maybe that's all this is. Maybe this is just an Earth Sage hoping to get the ear of the Avatar. And I mean, he knows that at some point I'm going to have to do something about the Earth Sages and about the royalty of Ba Sing Se. He knows I want to. Maybe he's hoping that I'll reinstate him as the head of the Earth Sages once all this is done. But I also don't want war. I don't want to trigger a war with Ba Sing Se. I don't want the Earth Kingdom to be thrown back into chaos because we're outwardly opposing the Ba Sing Se royalty. I mean, I hate them. I hate them. I hate what they've done to a city that I love. I hate what they've done to the people that I love. And I hate that they turned warriors that I trained into secret police. I hate that. But in war, there are casualties. And those casualties are going to be the people of the Earth Kingdom. People of Yokoya, my people. And I'm not willing to pay that price. That blood price. Just so that I can stand atop the ruin of the royal family in Ba Sing Se and declare myself the winner. I've already spilt a lot more blood than I wanted ever to. Especially after today. With what happened with the Chief of Wolf Cove, there's got to be a better way than this.
Yes, this feels like an actual meeting topic. There most definitely is a way to do it. It will take a lot of effort and a lot of time. But yeah.
I find it funny.
I'm not good with the diplomat stuff.
I'm not good with the diplomat.
Diplomat. Community.
Yeah, look, Lilly, me either, to be honest. Me either. It doesn't come naturally to me. I tend to say the wrong thing. I tend to say things too loudly or things at the wrong time.
Is Rangi good at it?
No, Rangi's the same as me. That's why we get along so well. Rangi just tells the truth. I mean, she's better. No, she's better than me. She's better than me at that. I mean, her mum's I guess a politician in a way. I just get to swing by on the fact that I'm the Avatar. And like, if I insult someone and I'm rude, like, people have to kind of deal with it. Yeah, they kind of have to deal with it. And that's kind of great. But at the same time, I also piss people off all the time. And I know there's consequences for that.
Nah.
And not just for me, for the people I love. Yeah, I don't know. Let's go back to Yokoya. I miss home. I miss Rangi.
You
I
may
hate
have
this.
to denounce us.
I don't want to be here. This has not gone well at Wolf Cove. I want to leave. Let's go.
Everything can be fixed. It's all good.
That's definitely not true. There are definitely some things we can't fix.
We don't have to fix it, but someone else can.
really kind of sounds like you're quite happy to handball off problems to other people.
Yeah, if it's way out of our pay grade, yes. But if we can do it, yeah, we'll do it.
I'm going to let you in on a secret. You're now working for me. There's nothing that's above your pay grade, because there's nothing that's above my pay grade, and I have to deal with shit that you would not believe. Only a couple of years ago, I had to take on
Like
a spirit. Yeah. So, unfortunately, you fuckers are stuck in the same boat as me now, because I'm stuck in this boat, and I'm bringing you all on board with me.
You might also just want to denounce us from the village.
Why?
That way we're separated if we do something bad. It doesn't get pulled back on you. We'll still work for you. Just denounce us from that so we don't have any affiliation there.
Jedd's not asking the important question here.
Okay, what's the important question, Ted?
We're getting paid?
Obviously,
Jesus
you're
Christ,
getting
we are
paid.
getting paid, yes.
Sick.
Obvious.
We got paid for our last job.
Rangi would have talked you through this, surely.
Yeah, I think he hit his head somewhere. It's fine.
To be fair, this last mission has
This is the
taken a
first
while.
time. This last mission was the first time I've ever been paid. And that's because we sold some stuff.
We got paid last time.
You
just-
also got
spent
given
all that-
money from the Flying Opera Company.
You spent all that money on the Flying Opera Company.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You
Yeah.
paid the joining fee.
Yeah, I remember now.
They're like, how much more do you have? That's the joining fee.
No, you're all, yeah, of course you're getting paid, but like, I'm going to be honest, it's probably not enough. You're going to be risking your lives, you have risked your lives, and if you're sticking around, you're going to continue to risk your lives.
So you're also down with like just straight up fighting the Yellowneck bandits, right?
Yeah, fuck the Yellownecks.
Yeah,
I hate the
Cool,
Yellownecks.
cool.
The only problem is, that's the old me. That's what I do. I see a problem, I fix it, right? It's easy. I see a brick wall, I punch through it. I see a bandit, I punch through it. Easy
Where
solution.
the spear, just point us in a direction, we'll fight it.
Yeah, but that's still the problem. We need to have something, and this is a larger conversation. I think you summed this up well, Jedd. I think I need Rangi here to talk this through, because again, I'm not good at thinking through consequences. Doesn't come
You
naturally
have
to me.
different groups. You
Yeah.
have Rangi, you got us, and you got the black whatever.
I don't think they work for me. They don't.
I don't know,
They're not going to do what I tell them. I think they'll say that they will, but then I think they're going to do what they think
but
they
I'm
should
pretty
do.
sure if you just said, "Hey, can you go find out this information for me?" And I won't go kill someone, they'll go do it.
I'm not so sure they would. The White Lotus claim that they serve the Avatar, and they do. They don't serve me, Kyoshi. They serve the Avatar spirit, the bonds that the Avatar placed upon them
Yeah.
at some past point. This lot are from the White Lotus. They're a group within the White Lotus. They're
You
going to be the
form
same.
another group. You need to form another
I
group
need-
that can be like
Yeah.
like intel people.
And if we're going to be going to war against Ba Sing Se and against the Dai Li, against whoever else is behind this, pulling the strings,
Might want to grabbing another nation.
yeah. I was really hoping the Water Tribe would be on our side, but
They don't really have much to offer. Besides, like most.
They
of
might in
them
the
are
north.
gone. The north might. You are right, correct.
the Airbenders, I mean, I
We haven't
doubt...
killed any chieftains in the north.
That's true.
That's true. Also, airbenders won't join a fight.
No, I'm starting to realize that.
Or even if they do, they'll then guilt trip you for the fact that they helped kill someone or
Yeah.
whatever.
I don't need that
Yep.
judgment in my life. Which really only leaves the Fire Nation. And trust me, their help comes with a price. Of course it does. It's the Fire Nation.
Everything does.
Yeah,
But they also have blasting jelly, so
not every problem can be solved with blasting jelly. That's the
I'm
message
pretty
I'm
sure
trying to say.
I'm pretty sure they can actually. You just have to think about it in the right way.
Maybe.
Do you still have people you trust in the?
What's going on with your microphone, Archie? I'll mute him. There you go, problem solved.
In the Earth Nation?
Maybe. Yes, those at Yokoya. We're still part of the Earth Nation. Most of the
that-
villages
no one else?
outside of Yokoya, I trust as well, the nearby ones. But like the list of allies, I mean, we're still way too close to the Chin family, and they are a problem. Like they have ties back to Ba Sing Se,
We're now playing Total War Avatar.
kinda.
Yeah. By the way, if that game ever like it becomes a game, fuck yes. Fuck yes.
Imagine like when you save up enough like victory points, you can then summon the avatar to the field.
Yeah.
To have them like sweep through armies.
Yeah.
Total War avatar. Fuck, that would be good.
That would be so good.
Damn, that would be fun. Now I'm sad I can't play that game. I'm gonna pitch it. Who do I'm gonna call Total War. Pitch it to Mr. Total War. Mr. War, Archie and I have a proposal for you. Mr. War, quick, get on this.
Mr. Sid, I have an idea
Sid
for
Ma-
you.
Maya. Maya.
Yeah.
Well, there's a Total War Star Wars like in the works apparently, which is going to be awesome.
Yeah, that actually would be pretty good. Well,
That's like-
I'm too scared about getting excited for Star Wars projects
Also, Star Wars
nowadays.
games typically just sort of fall flat a lot of the time.
Knights of the Old Republic, and then like Knights of the Old Republic, and then everything else underneath.
Yeah.
Although Jedi Survivor was pretty good.
And yeah, Jedi Survivor and Jeff Fallen
Survivor was good.
Yep, Survivor was good.
Um,
I think you're all missing the Pod Racer game from like PlayStation
Oh.
1.
Fuck, that
Oh,
was
I
good.
thought we were going to talk about the N64
Yeah.
Starfighter. What was that called?
That was hard. That was a
Mm.
hard game as a kid. Especially when you got the little joystick in the middle thing. You got to try.
I think we're now revealing how old we all are in this moment.
You are. That's because
if
you know what's
you
worse?
also-
I don't
if
even know
you
what game
also-
that is.
You
Rogue
also know-
Squadron.
Rogue Squadron. If you also know what these games are, you now have to subscribe. You've just been caught. You have to
I only
subscribe.
know the Pod Racer one because it used to be Darren's favorite game when he was a kid.
Darren is
I
correct.
was too young for that.
Darren is correct.
I'm still devastated to this day that I had like Conker's Bad Fur Day in box for the Nintendo
Oh.
64, left town, and I lent it to a mate, and he's like, "Oh, you can borrow Donkey Kong Country and
It's a good trade.
Banjo Kazooie." Yeah, I'm like, "Oh, sick! Yeah, I'll borrow 2 games. You can borrow that one." Yeah, left town, never got it back. Came back later on, found out the game's worth like $2,000 in box, something like that.
Yeah.
It was like no one bought the game, so it was too risky back in the day. And to this day, I'm like, why?
That sucks, mate.
Why did I lend it?
That sucks.
It's a
That
short
really
story
sucks.
about age. There you
That
go.
sucks.
Memories. Good game though.
I bought it for $10 from the video store when they shut down. Like ages ago, like back in my home.
Do you still have it?
No way.
Okay.
But they were like, "Oh, we got to get rid of it because we're not doing game rentals anymore. So do you want to
Yep.
buy it?" I used to like rent it like every like 2 weeks or something.
Yep.
And like, "Do you want
Yep.
to buy it?" I'm like, "Yeah." And I was like,
Hell yeah.
"Just give me like how much you pay for like one thing." So I just paid $10 and they gave it to me with $10.
That's
Yep.
sick. Just be able to play the game with your friends and just play like the little teddies versus squirrels
Yeah.
game mode all the
So
time.
good. So good.
Memories. Hey, guys.
We're old. We're
Anyway.
old.
Everywhere else.
Granny Rosalie's just there next to me. Going, I remember that. Yes, it was so much fun.
I love watching all the 30-year-olds reminisce.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Simple.
I think let's head back to Yokoya.
Lobbies.
Let's get the rest of the things together and let's genuinely have a sit down and think about what we want to do. I don't disagree that I think an official and an unofficial force kind of makes sense. And I mean, don't take this the wrong way, but you guys scream unofficial.
Oh yeah, no wait, the unofficial. Yeah, there was no question there.
You don't want to officially be affiliated with.
Yeah, you don't want us as your
Home child.
representatives. Like, hey, this is the Avatar.
Well, given that like we know for a fact that one of you is wanted for piracy, and I mean, Lilly, you must be wanted for something. somewhere.
Probably, but they just don't know my
Two
name.
of us are disgraced.
So 2 of us are not wanted.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
true. Yeah, that's a good point. Two of you have been abjectly rejected.
maybe you can get Tilla to like form her own party.
Yeah, but I'm now concerned that you think Tilla might be a member of the Dai Li.
Yeah,
That-
true.
Wait,
We'll beat it out of
serious
her.
about that.
I was.
Oh.
I'm just saying she's not here.
Also, you could probably get like some Water Tribe members from like through Yara and stuff.
That's not a bad idea, actually. That's not a bad idea at all. We do have friends and allies that we can call upon to help out. The Pirate Hunters, Yara, Kyu, and Co. I think
They
they're
probably know more people that would be willing to join.
yeah, and they've proven themselves pretty adept. Before we go, I do want I do want to try and head back and talk to Sonaq, and I think Keeko should come with me. I do think we
will
need
stay
to.
here.
Yeah, I think probably best if Ted, Jedd, Lilly, if you don't come with me for this.
Yeah, I think we should go find Yara and get our new map.
That sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, that sounds good. I'll go find Keeko then. We'll head on up and meet back at the cafe.
We told the Black Orchid we would meet them in about an hour, so meet up at the cafe in like half hour.
That should be plenty of time.
And then leave at 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Wait, we're not going to see them?
Who do you think we are?
My promise is already accomplished. I told them we'll see them once. I didn't say we'll see them again.
True. No, that's fair.
They'll probably be there half an hour early waiting for us though, so let's be real.
Probably.
Losers.
Ted, Jedd, Lilly, as the three of you make your way over towards Yara's. Lilly, you know where it is because you actually went there to visit Yara last time to get your to give her the washing machine that you'd made, the little portable bucket washing machine. As you make your way over towards there, we're going to actually jump back with Keeko. Keeko, as you enjoy the end of your bath, the water cooling slightly, having been warmed on the stove, you hear a knock at the door, the bathroom door.
Hello.
Just checking you're okay. You've been in there for a while. It's pretty quiet. I'm getting a bit bored. No offense. Like, just gonna be honest. Getting a bit bored.
Oh, no, the water was getting cold anyway. It was starting to match the outside temperature. Give me a second. I'm just putting on a towel.
Mostly though, Kyoshi's here and she says you need to hurry up. She needs you for something.
Okay, tell her I'll be a minute. Thank you.
No worries.
Okay.
Get like you pull the strand out specifically, like hang down, so you've got like the perfect little little strands of hair hanging down. You tie it back, just all tied up, perfect, and then like get that one strand and just like hang it down. Yeah,
exactly right. Like whenever I look into the thing, I'm just that image is in my head. It's gonna be perfect. It's gonna be perfect. All right. I tuck the box back in my jacket.
Still a bit drippy, but for the most part, you reckon Lily's going to have no fucking clue what you've done to this thing. How's she going to know?
Can't know. Yeah. Wouldn't. Might have just done that by itself as I opened the door. I'm like, hey everyone, how'd you guys go? What'd
it's
you guys
just
get
Kyoshi and Ko there. The others have gone elsewhere. As you open the door, you just step out and you see Kyoshi and Ko standing there. Ko sort of chatting with Kyoshi, watches they both turn around, look at you. Kyoshi looks up and down and goes, you might want to get changed. We're heading back up to the Longhouse.
I will get changed into something warmer then. And I turn back around and close the door.
A few moments later, as you pull on your pirate coat once more, open the door once again. It's the warmest thing you own at this point.
It's the warmest thing I own. Hello.
Just Kyoshi looks at the pirate coat, nods and goes, yeah, I mean, I don't think it could go worse than what it's already going to go. So yeah, let's wear the pirate coat. That's a great idea.
It'd be fine. Don't worry about it. It'd be good. Honestly, I can recommend a good bath after all this stress recently. Good bath saves the day. Thank you so much, Ko. That was brilliant.
Which is Ko nods. I think I might have one too, actually. Good luck. Gives you a pat on the back and heads past into the bathroom, closing the door. You can see Ko looks a little bit worried, a bit concerned, and as he passes by, he sort of leans in, gives you a very comforting squeeze on the shoulder, but a bit harder than what you'd expect as he disappears back inside the bathroom, closing the door. Kyoshi looks at you, she nods and goes, all right, we're going to go see Sonaq and talk to him. We need to go talk to Sonaq. We need to explain. Well, maybe we shouldn't start with explaining. I think we need to listen first, but we need to go talk to Sonaq.
Yeah. I agree with that. Listen, let him get his piece out. Try not to argue.
Yeah, and
be chill.
I'm not going to demand that you come with me. I'm going to strongly ask that you be there, given.
Oh no,
he's not friends. Okay, great. I was worried you.
No issue.
Okay, cool. That makes things a lot easier. Okay, let's do this.
You good?
Well,
let's do this.
No, I hate this part of being the Avatar.
What's the expected part from you here? Like
Concerned
sorry we had
friend.
to do with
Genuine concerned
Okay.
friend. I don't want you to be anything other than what you are, Keeko. A concerned friend who's worried about his mate. Just be yourself. We're not here to try and do anything. I'm not trying to make some sort of political move. I
Influence.
just want to make sure Sonaq's okay and that we're going to be okay.
Let's do that. That's a plan I'm down for. Let's go check on him. I'm sure he needs someone to talk to right now. Or at least vent to.
Yeah, I suspect that is the case.
Yeah.
And with that, as you make your way up towards the longhouse and step in through the large double doors, you can see that you head up there, nothing happens. You get up there, walking through the streets, awkward small talk with Kyoshi. She's not really willing to engage in conversation. You can see she's a bit nervous. Her gait quite fast as her long legs take her striding front. You kind of have to jog a little bit every so often to catch up to her, Keeko. And as you approach the doors of the longhouse, you can see that there are numerous guards stationed all around the outside of the palace. And as soon as they spot you, you watch as a runner heads inside, and the guards immediately bar your entrance before you can head on in.
Fair call. How's everyone going?
You watch as the guards kind of look towards you and then look straight ahead, keeping the spears locking you, blocking access.
Fair call. I'll wait for the guy over there to let Sonaq know we're here. No rush.
You watch as Kyoshi nods, looking at the spears, nods, takes a few steps back, holds her hands up to show that she's not going to do anything, and slowly lowers them, and then sits down, crouching on the edge of the stairs. 5 minutes go by, Keeko. 10 minutes go by. And then you watch as the messenger peeks his head around the corner of the house, the corner of the entrance to the longhouse, and then disappears back inside again. 5 more minutes go by. 10 more minutes go by. What would you be doing during this period of time?
Just sitting down. If I'm guessing there's probably a bench or something somewhere on the outside there.
There's
sitting
stairs.
with Kyoshi.
Just ice stairs leading up to sit on the
stairs.
stairs.
Yeah, no pressure. Every time I see the person coming around, I'll just give them a little wave and just get back to sitting. Just
A
small
few
chit-chat.
moments later, after 20 total minutes have elapsed, you hear low conversation coming from behind, from inside. You watch as the messenger leans back out, whistles to the two guards and nods, looking at either side, nods, and then heads back inside as the guards pull their spears back away. Kyoshi stands, cracking her knees a little bit as she stands up. All right, let's do this.
Let's do this. We got this, Kyoshi. Whatever happens, it's going to happen anyway.
With that, the two of you head inside. You can see immediately the messenger waiting for you, and rather than leading you towards the entryway where you met with the previous chief, you're instead led down a narrow corridor through a series of passages that lead to what looks like some sort of study, but it's been ransacked. You can see that there are empty spaces on the walls where things have been pulled off. You can see there is what looks like a series of probably very beautifully carved wooden chairs that would have once been draped with fine white furs, now bare, the wood having been exposed, left open as shit's been kind of raided. And you can see standing in the center of the room, just sort of hands on his head, just looking around. You can see Sonaq in a very kind of weird emotional state. He's kind of chuckling to himself as he looks around the room, but not this very happy, jovial chuckle. There's almost a touch of madness here. And as you step into the room, the messenger coughs and then heads back out again. You watch as Sonaq slowly turns, and you can see his eyes are dark bagged. You see red veins all across the surface of his eyes. Clearly he's been crying. You can see his hair, the top knot's been pulled partially loose, and there's still blood on his clothes from where he cradled his father. Which as Sonaq looks towards and goes, now the Avatar and my best friend are here. Hello.
Hey, Sonaq. Not too soon for us to come say hello,
No,
I imagine.
the more the merrier. I'm just going through finding that the moment my father was murdered, people started stealing all the shit from the palace. How cool is that? He was so hated by everyone, that literally within moments of his death, people came and stole from him. Can you imagine being that hated? It's fucking hilarious.
Is Keeko wearing the fur?
Keeko is wearing his pirate coat. That would be, I'm going to be honest.
Just standing there.
You did
covered in
say,
royal
the thing is,
feathers.
it's just fur, so it'd be draped over him. It's not like clothing. You did say you get dressed into your finest clothing. And I did specifically call it, I said like, what, like your pirate cloak? You're like, yeah,
pirate.
my pirate cloak. Yeah, my long coat. I want to look like a
wasn't
ship's
planning
fucking
on,
captain.
Bringing the items from the scene of the crime. And just,
Can you imagine? He says this and then turns around. You see Keeko like draped in the white
That's what I
furs.
thought you were about to go into.
That would be incredible though for a meme. Holy shit.
I want to draw that.
Yeah. I'll be honest, like, yeah, I wasn't the biggest fan of, your dad towards the end, but this is rough.
No,
No one should
no,
go through this.
there's stuff like some of those drawers haven't been opened. You should go have a look. Just take some shit, mate. Just go for it. Kyoshi,
Nah.
I mean these tables are pretty heavy, but I'm sure you could use them. Why don't you just take some of them too? Why don't you just take them? Just take them.
Can't take things from you, mate. It's
You watch
Just
as the
sit down.
laughter
I'll pull
kind
down
of
one of the chairs,
dies.
sit
Oh, sorry,
down.
you go.
I was just gonna say, like, I come down and sit down. And I'm like, mate, this isn't right. I'm not here to take things from you. It sucks that this has happened. Think of it as this could be too soon, but a fresh beginning. If I could offer any piece of advice.
I said, take it, Keeko. You can see the laughter fall from his eyes as he turns and focuses on you. You watch as he slowly clenches his fist. You see water begin to melt from the ice walls around, slowly forming into a little blade across his forearm, his ice blade. Take it.
I'll look at it. What was he wanting me to grab particularly?
He pointed over to like a dresser with some
Anything.
drawers that hadn't been pulled out and just was like, yeah, go look through the drawers. Why not?
Yeah. To prove the point, I'll go through there. I open the drawer. I'll walk over, open the drawer, look in there. What's like the first thing I see in the drawer? Like anything that's sentimental, I can potentially spot.
Can you roll a assess a situation for me?
Absolutely.
Yes, chat. Sonaq has just lost his father, literally watched him explode in front of him after his father tried to after his father physically abused him and tried to detain him. Sonaq is really struggling with what he should be feeling in this moment. I mean, this is a man who has been really brutal and awful to him most of his life, but it's still his father. And he watched him explode in front of him. He's feeling a lot of complicated feelings right now.
Good one, Jedd.
Every time you turn your mic on, I think you're getting a text message or something.
That's right. I'll just turn the gains down. Problem solved. Keeko, what was your assessor situation? Is that a 6?
That's a 6. That's 2 6s this game. So
As you pull open the drawer, you can just see what looks like random clothing bundled up. Nothing sentimental.
nothing amazing. I just pick out just one random little thing and I bring it with me to sit down. And I just put it there on the table. It's like, I'm not going to take things from you. You're my friend, Sonaq.
I said take it! As he slams the ice down into the dresser, cracking it in half as he crashes through the wood, splintering underneath the ice as it sprays shrapnel, these tiny splinters of wood all around him. You watch as a section cuts across his cheek as he reaches up and grabs onto it. Kyoshi sort of moving in front of you, forming a bit of an ice wall to help protect you before slowly lowering it down and looking at Sonaq. You watch as Sonaq just looks down at the broken dresser, shit just pouring across the floor. sort of slowly drops down, sinking down onto his sort of knees, then just sitting on the floor. And slowly covers his face with his hands. You can hear him sobbing quietly. Which is Kyoshi looks to you, looks at him, looks at you, and then sort of like shrugs a bit. This is not her forte, shall we say?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Hey,
I'm getting that feeling here.
You need a mountain race from the seafloor to sink an armada? Fuck yeah, Kyoshi's your woman. In this particular instance, though, not her forte.
Politics and emotions aren't her forte.
Emotions, sure, but like comforting and like guiding, I would say it's very low plus bonus for her on these rolls.
That's funny you say that, because
would you like to guide and comfort?
I was going to say, I wanted to sit down next to him, just put my hand on his shoulder and like, what's the main emotion you're feeling right now, mate? And try and guide and comfort him through this.
Perfect. I can see Bree there feeling a couple of emotions.
I think she's a little bit proud of her work.
I was wondering if there was any room for regret in there. That's a 5. That is a miss. That is a miss on the harmony roll, Keeko. I can see that you have tried to hide from your shit rolls by pulling your hood over your head and turning into a Sith Lord. Unfortunately, Darth Plagueis cannot help you here, my friends.
Only a Sith deals absolutes.
That's right. This. Exactly. So on a fail of a guide and comfort, they shut you down. No, it's not even on a hit. It's just outright fails. You watch as Sonaq. Sonaq doesn't even respond. You can see he just sits there sobbing quietly, almost ignoring you, Keeko.
Yeah. Yeah. Always here for when you need to talk, but we'll always be here for you, mate. And the Avatar. Kyoshi will always be here for you too. Won't you, Kyoshi?
Yeah. Yep. That's right. I'll always be here when you need me. I guess that's kind of my job as the Avatar. But yeah, I'll be here when you need me for other stuff too.
Like a good neighbor, the Avatar's here.
Exactly. We are kind of neighbors. We'll be heading off soon. But if you're happy to have me, I would like to duck in sometime soon just to see how you're going, mate, because I care about you. You've been through more than anyone that I've ever known's been through.
Could you
and when you're ready to talk, we're here.
Could you roll me the guide and comfort again, please?
We can.
11. Absolute
11.
Success.
We don't need the hood of sadness anymore.
That sounds like the shittest bard magic item in D&D. I have my -2 hood of sadness that subtracts fun from my life.
It's my robe of tragic backstory. Yes.
This is how I stay on the edge. Edgelord.
Gives me a +1 to edge.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Wait a minute. Sounds right.
Oh, that one.
Oh my! As you're saying all the right things, Keeko, which is why you've been allowed to roll this again. You watch as Sonaq looks up, then pulls you into a hug.
Hug him back. Tight, but not too tight, because he's probably a little bit sore. Imagine. But
yeah, I mean, his ribs are bruised, if not possibly broken. I mean, that was a bad kick. Yeah.
Yep. So I'm thinking, like, yeah, mate, if you just talk in your own time, we're just here for you. That's all I want you to know today.
As Sonaq pulls her into this hug, begins crying, you watch as Kyoshi kind of looks around, looks at you, looks at the door, like points to herself, points at the door, nods.
It's like,
little nod.
Just give her just give it like a minute.
You watch as Kyoshi tries to quietly shuffle out of the room, kicking one of the large sections of wood from the broken dresser before slowly closing the door as it creaks on the hinges and then closes with a little click, leaving you and Sonaq sitting in the room. It's at this point Kyoshi hears the sound of a dull thud from inside the room, and as she quickly opens the door again, she sees Keeko lying on the ground, Sonaq standing above him. No.
It's just ice axe in hand.
Yeah, lateral. Yeah, that's right. Now we're even, Keeko. Now you know my pain. As soon as Kyoshi's gone, you watch as Sonaq kind of pulls back a little bit, wipes his eyes, looks and goes like, you know, I kind of thought that the Avatar would be this like impressive figure. And she is. Don't get me wrong, she's impressive. She's also awkward as fuck.
Very awkward. No, like we were talking about this on the way up here, and I was just like, yeah, sure, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to lead the way here because you can't do diplomacy. Oh my god. I hope she doesn't have to do diplomacy. Avatar does that, don't they? Oh no.
Yeah. It's just hard, Keeko. I don't know how to feel. On one hand, like, he was a fucking monster. He was. And I know that. I know that in my heart. I know that in my mind. I know that he was a terrible person. And I know that he did terrible things.
It's still your dad.
Still my dad. It's just... And it's just so hard because I think I'm really cross with myself. I, for a moment there, thought when we were standing there, when I stepped in front of him, when he called me up, I thought it was all gonna be okay. I thought when he pulled me in for that hug, I was like, this is it. I'm finally getting what I needed, what I wanted all this time. And that's when it all just fell apart again. And it's just really hard because I imagined this moment 1,000 times while I was stuck with the Fifth Nation. When I was their captive, I imagined what it'd be like to come home. And in almost every one, I knew that he would be a prick. I knew that he'd be a dick about it. I knew that I'd have to deal with stuff. I knew that I would have to put up with things. And then, finally, when it happens, it's like all that goes out the window, and I think he's going to be someone else. I think he's going to be better. I don't know. It's just hard. Like, I fucking hated this room. I fucking hated those white furs. I hated that he hunted those creatures himself and killed them just so that he could have really expensive furs in his goddamn sitting room where he would drink stuff like expensive wines he's spent the Water Tribe trading like money on with the Fire Nation. I hate this. But I also hate that people came and just took it all the second he was dead. It just feels like everyone's trying to forget him, you know? Like, almost immediately. They took him away, his body away, the second you guys left the hall. Like, they just chucked him in the harbor. Some of the guards.
I'm not gonna lie, Sonaq. The situation sucks. I don't think I can sugarcoat it. I can't tell you how to feel. The way you feel is the right way to feel. There's no wrong way to be dealing with this right now. Smash as many dresses as you want, but save yourself one to put your clothes in later, of course. You don't want to break them all.
Yeah.
But how you feel is how you feel right now, man. And if there's one thing I can just glean from this, is that I know that you, as the chief of the Water Tribe, if you take on that mantle, that a chief leading with respect and honor, is that a word they would use for this? Respect and honor?
Yeah.
But
I
just
think
have
honor
the
fits.
people like you.
Yeah, honor
makes a
fits.
difference.
That's the opposite of him,
But-
right? Respect and honor, that's the complete antithesis of him.
Fear doesn't serve you in your death, as we've seen. Fear is only good when you're alive. But someone that's respected and honored, don't think people would ransack their home. So that's something I
No.
can learn from this.
That's a good point. Mate, do you have to go? I feel like we're only just caught up again.
I'm gonna have to head back. Let's go back to Kyoshi Island. Did make some promises that I had to come back
Your
there.
Koi Peninsula. Your Koi Peninsula. Kyoshi
Your Koi
Island does
Peninsula,
exist.
sorry.
It's okay. It's
Yeah,
okay.
that's right. It's not Kyoshi
I
Island.
just know there's going to be someone like, it doesn't exist.
Why would she name an island after herself?
Arrogant little prick.
Why wouldn't you?
Exactly. I wish I could name an island after myself. Not kidding.
100%. But I've made some promises back to Koi Peninsula, but I'll promise I will be back. I need to see my family at some point and tell them what's going on about us and Co and all that. I need to come back here, so I will be back. I'm not going to be a stranger. Plus, it's not that far away, your Koi Peninsula. It's like only a day or two. It's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. It could be a lot worse. I mean, I might not know where you're going next. It might be like how it was for these last few years where you're stuck with one splinter group, the Fifth Nation. I'm stuck with Admiral Kong. Could be a lot worse. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right, mate.
It's stuck in one spot. We're not on a random ship anywhere. And I can't see myself going on any crazy adventures anytime soon. I think I might take it easy for a bit, you know? Maybe just take it easy for a bit is what I'm thinking. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds really good. Just come back soon, right? Because, I mean, I don't really know anyone else here. And, I mean, you guys seem really cool, but you're all heading back to Yokoya, right? And even Ko, I mean, I was just starting to get to know Ko, and he's heading with you, right? He's going to Yokoya as well?
Was he coming with us as well? Ko and everyone? Yeah. Yeah.
Kiyu's not, but Yara and Ko at this point are. Yara, you're not sure how long for. Ko's like, let's go, ride or die.
Let's ride or die. We're moving out, baby.
Sail or drown, let's go. Sink or swim.
Sink or swim. Yeah, no. I'm pretty sure they said sail or drown back then.
Yeah.
No, Ki should be kicking around. Yara, maybe back, fairly soon. Not be gone forever, but I won't be a stranger. I want to see what you build here. And I know you're going to build it for the better. And if I can help be a part of that in any way I can, I'll be here doing it. But ethically, good law-abiding citizen these days. Nothing dodgy. Of course.
That's good to hear, mate. Yeah. I'll do my best.
Besides, this town needs a leader that wants to do something right by it. But they've got their ways behind them. And so I flick my nose. You know what goes on the other side, so you know both sides of the coin. You'll be a good leader.
Yeah. Thanks, mate. I'll all I can do is try, right?
Hey. That's it. No, I can't remember the quote. There's no try, only do. No do, only try. No, I can't remember the Yoda quote.
Pretty sure there is no try, only do.
Is that it?
I think that is it.
Yeah, it doesn't work here.
Doesn't work here.
It doesn't work.
It doesn't work. No.
In my head, I'm like, wait, what was the quote? No, it doesn't work at all. But, no, you've got this, Sonaq. Don't you worry about that.
I'll try. And who knows? Maybe once I've got stuff out here, if you take too long, maybe I'll come and visit you at Yokoya.
Hell yeah, 100%. I'll have a place over there. We'll be setting things up. I think we should have the big... Well, we had like a big sort of mansion-y, castle-y looking thing that got blown up, and then I think we should hopefully have it rebuilt soon. So we'll have somewhere nice for you to stay. But until then, we got some pretty good tents over there. So that'll be good. And we just bought a bunch of furs here as well, so we'll be all set up there and keep a bit warm.
Don't suppose you managed to buy any of the... As he looks around at the sitting room, at the empty chairs.
Nah. Well,
that's a trick an NPC.
Well. How I have to do this?
Watch him roll 2 1s and just absolutely fucking ruin himself right at the last hurdle. Oh, that's the quote. Do or do not. There is no try. Yeah, that's it.
That's
it.
Didn't realize I was muted.
Pelikia
God.
nailed it. Come on, Keeko.
Yeah.
Give me that. Give me that.
Yeah.
You can trick. I know you can trick. You're creative.
It's a 3.
It's not.
Yeah, fuck it. I'm just like, do I just tell the truth?
Up to you.
Just tell the truth. It's so hard.
Never. Always put us in more trouble. Commit to the bit.
Commit to the bit.
Commit to the bit. Okay, fine. You guys can commit to the bit. That's an 8. Look great.
Looking great.
Looking great. I was like, if I just cook this entire situation right now.
Pretty funny.
I would have just told him the truth.
Yeah, same.
Oh, you guys can go fuck yourselves.
Gotcha. Sonaq nods and laughs. Goes, yeah, probably long gone by now. Can't imagine they keep them around. Stand out quite a bit. Oh well. I hope someone gets some use out of them, and I hope they make something really fucking fabulous with them.
Yeah, maybe a cool hat.
Maybe a cool hat. Can you imagine how stupid that would look? Fucking fur hats.
The stupidest, whitest hat you've ever seen. It'd be like,
It'd be pretty funny. It's so impractical too. Especially like you should sell it to someone in the Fire Nation. Can you imagine like the soot falling from the volcanoes, and like wearing a white furred hat?
imagine them trying to keep it clean. It would be amazing. They would never be able to do it.
Dumbest shit I've ever heard. All right, mate.
Best shit. Right.
I'm
so
okay.
I'm gonna miss.
Well, no, I'm not okay, but I'll be okay.
It's okay to not be okay. Don't expect you to be okay for a bit. Just keep above ground. That's all I ask. Don't go too crazy. But just be mad enough to be fun.
I will try, and make sure you check in, all right? Otherwise I'll head on to Koi with a whole contingent of water tribe waterbenders, and someone probably think it's an active war.
Party.
Yeah, maybe. That'd be fun. Don't take too long,
Well,
all
if
right?
you bring enough fish beer, I think these guys here will say bring better beer, but 2 will be funny, and we can just have a big
Do you
piss
know
up.
what's funny? That hasn't been stolen.
Really?
Still downstairs. Hasn't been touched.
You have to just put a free to new home sign, stick it at the front of the longhouse. Maybe someone will take it.
I'm just concerned people would bring it and give it to me, because it's like it's an acquired taste.
Re-gifted.
Yeah, it's an acquired taste. All right, mate, go.
Right.
You're doing important
Right.
stuff. I'm doing important stuff. At the moment, our paths head in different directions, but let's make sure they meet up again soon, all right?
100%. Let's keep being important people, but important people that stay in touch. Let's do that.
That'd be
That sounds
really
like we can hit that goal.
We
Let's
can
do
hit that. We could do it.
We can do that. We can do that. One last time on the way out. Big pats on the back. You'll be right. We're here for you.
Perfect. And as you rejoin with Kyoshi and begin making your way back down towards the rest of the group, we will jump in with Ted, Jedd, and Lilly next session as we find out how your efforts to acquire the map go with Yara. So that is all we have time for tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. For those of you watching us on Twitch, don't go anywhere. We are going to go and rate a lovely friend of the channel. For those of you watching on YouTube or listening to the podcast on the podcast platform of your choosing, thank you so much. On YouTube, remember to hit the like button, the subscribe button, and leave a comment. The YouTube algorithm, unfortunately, someone put a bomb in its mouth, and the only way to ensure that it detonates is to do all those 3 things. You really need to, like, if you really want to detonate that bomb, which you do, it's the algorithm, make sure you like to light the fuse, comment to shorten the fuse, and my personal favorite, subscribe, which adds an extra bomb right in the back of the throat. Perfectly balanced. So make sure you do that. That'll really help us out. We will be back tomorrow for more. I figure if I make these more unhinged, then people are more likely to listen to them. So let's go. We will
Usual
be back.
cold action's too boring. Needs more danger.
Exactly. We will be back with some more Baldur's Gate 3 tomorrow during the day, around 9 a.m.-ish Australian Eastern Standard Time. And we will be back for Return of the Giants tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. So until then, everybody, stay safe, stay well, and we will see you all again very, very soon. But from all of us here tonight, have a great evening. Catch you guys later. Bye!